Hey guys! Welcome to our special Tuesday evening stream. I have a guest tonight. And I saw, Doug, your little bouncing emote before I started. Your little monkey. And yes, you started before, although I was here. Because, I said starting soon. But that's okay. So, this is Marlo.
Hello.
She is a friend of mine for a few years. We used to work together years and years ago at Michael's.
Yep.
So all the Michael's stories that I tell? She was there.
That's me.
Yep. So, she was part of my team. Yes, Doug, you have been a guest. So, Doug helped me at New York Comic Con this year. So, he was one of my minions. So, we did a stream after talking about New York Comic Con, and
Very good.
Oh, and he says hi.
Hello.
It's Marlo, so no W.
No.
Yep. So, fantastic. So, Marlo has brought me some t-shirts and shirts and all sorts of things.
I'll swap out a dog for a t-shirt.
Do you want to go down? You want to get...
He does.
Yeah. He says, I know you're a good boy, aren't you?
Very good.
You want to get down? Yes. See, we're going to get started. I know, I love you. Okay. Are you going to stay there so I can put the doggy cam on? Oh, I know. Let's put the doggy cam on. Oh, I got to get down there for the doggy cam. There we go. Oh, I had the doggy cam on, apparently. So, Marley is trying to get Alfred to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how I said earlier that we put an application... No, don't do that. We put an application for another cat.
Yeah.
We are looking for a cat that doesn't do that the entire day. We are looking for a cat that is playful and will play with Marley.
All right.
Because poor Marley has so much love
energy.
and energy. and you've seen Soleil. Soleil's like, psh, whatever. I'm my own thing.
Yeah, she's got her own thing going on.
Yeah. So, we need a cat.
Play me. Oh, he needs a friend.
Yeah, Marley needs a friend. Now, Alfred plays with him, but... Yeah, see, like, right now...
best he can.
Yeah, right now he's doing the evil face of the, I don't want to play, leave me alone. Okay, I'll give you kisses.
Little hams.
Yes, they are. Because they're trying to get treats.
Oh, wow.
So they're trying to, be hams for the camera so that people give me bits so that they get treats. That's why, because they realized.
They know.
Yeah.
They know what works.
Oh, yeah. Now, normally, if that happens, there will be a sound that'll come through there letting us know that it's happening. But it's been buggy for the past couple of days. So, if that doesn't happen, I'll get, a big notification on the screen instead.
Fancy.
So, yep. Okay, so shirts. Now it gets to the point of why we're streaming. Marlo's father unfortunately passed away after a long battle with cancer. Mm-hmm. So it was a long battle.
Yep.
So,
but not hard. It was a long but pretty easy battle, actually.
and he was good for most of the time.
You wouldn't even have known he was sick.
Yeah.
Except for that last month, which...
Yeah.
Can't complain about that.
Yeah.
Out of 3 years, 1 month, I'll take it.
Yeah. And it is, so she messaged me saying, okay, let's take his clothes, let's turn them into quilts. And I said, fantastic. And I said, okay, do you want to come over? We'll go through it together. Or do you want to stream and have the entire world watch? And she says, you know what? Let's do it for the whole world.
Yeah.
So, yay. So we're looking at shirts. Okay. Yes. I'm just going to dump it.
Yeah, do it.
And let's see what we got. All right. So I'm not going to cut anything yet.
Yep.
So the first step is we're going to go through, we're going to figure out what we have, we're going to plan it out, and then once we've got the plan, you have a choice. If you want, we can start cutting and working on it now.
Sure.
Or I can do it another time and we can work on something else. It's
sure.
up to you. It's a matter of, do you want to cut them up or do you want me to do it without you watching?
That's why I'm here.
Okay. And so Doug says good for you.
Yay.
Yes. That's gutsy doing this for everyone. All right. So this is, nice dress shirts. Now, for those people that have asked before how I do dress shirts, I did show on the last set of t-shirt quilts that I had, because he had some button-down shirts, how I was able to glue them shut permanently. I'll do that again for this one. So for this, you want the actual front of the shirt, right?
I was thinking so.
Okay. So, do you want the back or just the front?
I guess we'll see what.
So
What
let
does this look
me, because we've got, guys, the lap quilt you can get, so we need 12 or 20.
Mm-hmm.
Those are our magic numbers. So we either need to get it down to 12 or up to 20.
I have 14 shirts.
Yes. So that's what I was saying. So we have to, and then you can
Mhm.
either go lap without any sashes, or you can go twin with sash, with 20. So it's the same. Okay, so this is one. And we can even do a maybe for what you want front and back. And, okay, this material is, it doesn't have a tag in there. This is the worst material in the world.
Okay, yeah, I just threw in whatever.
But I didn't look at the last time. Nope, and it doesn't have it on here either.
Of course not.
Because the last one didn't have the tag either. It was so worn out. Okay, this stuff is the worst material ever to sew.
Of course.
All right, so front and back.
Potentially, yeah.
So potentially maybe front and back.
Maybe. I'm still trying to decide on the whole twin sash lap.
Of what you're
thing
doing?
now,
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought I was gonna come in with the whole sashed lap thing, but now
Now I've given
you've
options.
given me options.
Okay, so I would say this one because it's such a cool fabric. Maybe use two of.
Okay.
I would say definitely this one just because it's so cool.
Okay.
So before I do anything else, did he have a favorite shirt?
The
Are
ones
there any
that
shirts?
I know, I've got like a few family photos of like actually him wearing this one and that one. So
Okay.
those are like the two
The
kind
two? Okay, so I'll put that over there too then. And then, so is there anything else that was super important to you or him?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I bought him some of these shirts, but that's not why they're here. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
These are
okay.
just basically all he had.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing on the back, so this one's probably just a front.
Probably.
Okay, so that's just a front. These are maybes. See, I would say that would be a maybe too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's got more design on it. Oh, the lovely work shirts.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he wore.
Oh, it's just a regular Nike shirt. Yeah, I would say just the front.
Yeah, he wore pretty boring clothes.
No, that's fine. Okay, I will say if this one's not an important one. Oh wait, what's on here? I would say let's put this over there because there's some. If you just want to do a 12 sash,
Mhm.
we have two to eliminate, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And this one's just a basic, regular black shirt. That,
yeah.
We can probably eliminate that one, and probably that one too,
Yup.
because there's no embroidery.
Nothing to make it special.
No. And then you can make your decision of, do I want a bigger quilt? Do I want it unsashed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's maybe. And
You like the stripes and
Yeah,
you like
if-
the solids.
it does look like he liked the stripes and solids. All right, I'm gonna take my.
He
Jacket
basically
off.
dressed like a billiard table, striped or solid.
I like that. Dressed like a billiard table.
He liked his billiards.
Mm. So while we're doing all this, how have you been, Doug? I haven't talked to you for like a week. Oh, and more stripes.
Yeah, but see, that one even looks
Nice.
like a.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you want to do the sashed.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do the unsashed or you want to do the twin, and pricing, the lap is $150, the twin is $200.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of, so the lap is 3 wide by 4 long
Mm-hmm.
for the sashed, and then the twin is 4 wide by 5 long. Now the lap is actually, normal lap quilts that I do are normally about that wide and about that long. These are big laps.
Mhm.
So I cut them about 11 inches. So you figure they're they're about 30, no. 3 with the sashing, 3, 3, 3. 33 plus 3 wide. So there'd be 33 plus 12 is 45. So they're about 50 inches wide.
Yes.
For a lap. Quilting is math. All the math I'm doing in my head. So it is, it's about 50 inches wide, about 60 to 65 inches long. So they're good sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like 45 and 55. So it's not quite a twin.
Mm-hmm.
So you could still snuggle under it.
Because that's my intention. I want to just be able to, like, wrap it around.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you want to sleep with it at night, I would say let's go twin. If you actually want to put it on your bed, on a twin bed as decoration, because you probably don't have a twin bed. You've got like a double queen.
My dad bought one. He bought one of those adjustable beds.
Oh, an adjustable twin?
As a single. So I've got those, I got that at my mom's house right now. But that's at my mom's house, not here in London, so.
I know, decisions, right?
Decisions.
All of the decisions.
Yeah, I guess first I should decide if I want sashed or unsashed.
Yes. So here, I'll go back so you can see the pictures again.
Remember. I think I was digging the sashed look.
Yeah, so basically the sashed, we'll have it framed with 3 inches of fabric, and then if you decide sashed, everything on the right-hand side here and everything that's stacked up there because I've run out of room. I was telling them on my stream on Friday because I came home with all of this fabric and I'm like, where am I gonna put it? All of that over there and all of that there except for the Lord of the Rings, but you can do Lord of the Rings if you want. I mean, and the Jack and Sally stained glass, but you can do that if you want.
Probably not.
But those are all of the
Sashables.
high quality, super nice fabric that will stay a very long time.
Okay.
So you can pick any color. Most of the time I suggest neutrals, but you can pick basically any color over there.
Cool.
Which is why I like people to come here and like look at all this stuff. If they're able to. If they're not in the London area, they can't, but yeah.
You win some, you lose some.
Yep. So that is, and then the unsash is just the t-shirts sewn to the t-shirts.
I think I will go sashed.
Okay, you want to do sash?
Not that far.
Okay, so we've got that far. Now, size.
Did I have enough to go sash twin?
Yes, because it's 20. So this is 12, 14, and then we would take 6, 2 sides. So we'd obviously take these 2.
Yep.
And then 4 of these. And then we would include those 2 as well, the blacks. And all the prices are US. Okay. So it's a 150 to 200 US.
Okay.
And it's honestly, and I normally say you don't give a deposit because I've got your shirts and you're going to want them back. In our case, because of the conversion, if it ever drops up enough, if the Canadian dollar shoots up one day, you can be like, hey, Tony, there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, USA, how are you? USA. So I used to call him USA Chan. It's USA Chan.
Well, there you go.
I actually got I got corrected by a guest. It was like it called him USA. I'm like, wait, it's no, it's actually you. I'm like, oh, okay.
I knew that. I was just playing.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
We are good. This is Marlo. So we are going through her father's t-shirts in order to do a t-shirt quilt.
Yeah.
So she's making the decision now. So we figured out we're doing sashed. Now it's a matter of do you want lap or do you want twin?
So if we went twin, I'm choosing...
Hey, girly bot! See, everyone's starting to pop in now. Sorry.
Yay!
All right, so if you went twin, we would go the 14, 16, and then you have to pick 4 of these to do both sides.
To do both sides.
Yes.
And then if
we went 12, we would do everything one side. And not those, unless some of these other basic ones, like this one, the one I said that's the most horrible fabric ever. That's not the reason why I said
That's not why, but it's just...
Because there's no embroidery.
Fact is fact.
Yeah. You could pull one of these out and do double side here.
Mm-hmm.
So that you have a couple options.
Well, based on the sheer fact that it's kind of boring and it's not going to be the most exciting quilt, I think I might just go lap.
Go lap? Okay, so we're going to go 12. Okay, so we're putting these away. I'm giving these back to you to do with as you like. Okay, and then now comes the question of these. We've already decided just the one side. These we really like these. Are there any in here that you want to take out? Obviously, we want all of the work and we want all of the stripes. That's all of those. Oh, and that's a nice dress shirt. You definitely want to keep that.
So I guess that's...
Well, it's up to you. You can keep this in and just have one side of those, or take this out and take one of these and use front and back.
I think I'd rather have a double of like I've got a lot of family photos of them in that shirt.
Of this shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll give that back to you.
It.
I got rid of that. No. Oh, wait, what? I did.
That was the plan all along. Oh, this one is just so...
No! I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, dude.
Now, if you would have chosen to keep it, it would have been fine. I could have figured that out. It would have been fine.
Easy to say.
Okay, so you want to take this both sides, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now comes the question. Do you want to see me cut these all up?
Go for it.
Okay. Would you grab me the third pair of scissors in? Yes, those are my favorite scissors.
Cool.
Of course, my Famore scissors. You know, you have to plug the company. Oh, wait, dogs went away. All right, we have to change the doggy cam.
They were like,
no more doggy cam. I know, they were sitting and playing for a while, and then they left because they suck. They don't care. All right, so whenever you do t-shirt quilts, so on my streams, not only do I interact and I talk to people, but I also try to teach and show exactly how I'm making this stuff so that they can do it if they want. Yep. Yeah. So first thing is we need to cut this baby up. So we just take it and cut along the sides and straight up and then straight over. So I'm cutting it just on both sides because I want as much room to work with as possible. And then once I've got that, you just cut straight down the shoulders.
Oh,
Hi, Marley.
You heard that the dog cam got turned off and was like, hey.
Yep. Well, no, he's coming down. No, I haven't heard yet. They haven't called me. He asked about the kitten. So it's they're supposed to call within 24 hours. So I don't know if they've decided we have too many animals and I'm just not going to get it, or if they're busy and they'll call me tomorrow. So no clue. And just like that, we have 2 pieces of material. Oh my gosh, Marley! Seriously, the cat doesn't want to play. Come here. Come here. Come here. Now, I can hold the dogs. Now, normally, whenever I hold... Yeah, you see what he's doing? He's going, no, don't hold me, don't hold me. Normally, whenever I hold the dogs and the cats, I use the roller that's right there to get all of the hair and everything off of me. I'm still going to do that, even though I know you have absolutely no allergies, and this is for you. Because... whenever you pass, this quilt may go down to someone else, and what if they have allergies? Because everything that I do within this is going to be trapped within. Yeah. I know. Hi. Yeah, I know. You're doing the face, aren't you?
What a ham.
You are. I know. I love you. All right, get down. Oh. So that's what this is for.
Cool.
He luckily doesn't shed as much as the cat does.
No, it's not too bad.
But better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so will you grab the other pair on the right? And I'm going to switch with you because these are the better pair. So you can start cutting.
Yay.
So this is the only one that I really was concerned with because I want to make sure we have both of those. You know, let's stick everything on there, the ones that we're using. So, go and grab a shirt.
And then just cut up the sides?
Yep, and then cut up the sides. So you're just going straight up the sides through the sleeves.
I am not good at this.
And that's one of the reasons why I gave you the really, really good scissors, too.
That's what you get for making me drive all the way to Toronto every week, Dad.
Cutting all of his clothes up.
Yep.
Oh, your friend that wanted to watch? Did you send them a message letting them know that we're live?
Yes, I did.
So, if Marlo's friend is watching, you can introduce yourself so I can say hi. Just saying. Oh, and Usa, I did get a follow earlier today, and I left it up there. So we really only need 4... Thank you. We only need 4 more follows in order to do a giveaway for the stream today.
And then you just cut through the...
Yes, so if you go up both sides, so then pick the whole thing up and basically just kind of shuffle it and then turn it to the side. And then all you're going to do is cut, so here's the sleeve, just cut right through the sleeve, right through the collar.
Okay.
So just like this. So see, I'm getting close to the collar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to cut right through it. This is the easiest way to make sure... Oh, look, I cut off an extra button that was on the sleeve.
Take that.
Oh, that's so exciting. Usa's getting drug tested.
Woo!
She just got a brand new job.
Hooray!
So you know it's a good job whenever you get drug tested.
Yeah.
She interviewed for it on Friday? Did you interview, or was it last week sometime? I'm trying to think. So I streamed... Was it Tuesday or Friday you told me you were going for the interview? Or you had just interviewed? Okay, so now... I think that gives me enough so I have the option. Let me just double check measurements. Oh, yes, plenty. Okay. All right, so all of the backs just toss back into your bag.
Okay.
So that you can you have it if you ever decide that you want to make something in the future or you want to give it to me.
Lap.
You always
Have them.
Exactly. So I never ever throw away. It's fabric, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then just take the top and toss it there. Dang, there's another one. Are there 2 of those?
One's different, which is the less offensive fabric.
No, they're the same.
Aha! You thought
There
you
were
could
2 of
escape
them.
it. That's what you get for trying to avoid it.
It must have been Friday you told me then, because you had already interviewed for it. Dang it.
Is one better than the other?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Like even that one's got, and that one's got.
Yeah. So it's up to you, whichever one you like better, whichever
Just
color,
color-wise,
whichever shade
yeah.
you like.
Oh no, which one? Because there was one that my brother was like, I don't really want, and just kind of was gonna throw it out, so I gave it to my dad. But then there was one that was actually more like my dad's. Weird. Decisions. Well, they've both got marks on them because my dad was not.
He's a man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you have to say. We know how men are.
I think this one was more his shirt than this one.
Okay, so we're gonna switch it out.
Okay, here we go.
And there. Okay. I started to cut this and I realized, wait, these buttons aren't buttoned. This is going to come loose. I need to button these buttons. Now, here is a good question. Would you like me to wash this at all before it goes back to you, or do you want his smell still in there?
I think my mom had already washed them for me.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Kind of like permeating through.
Because I have this Okay, Doug, you know exactly what I'm talking about because we've had a discussion about how of a man you are. I have this stuff where the difficult fabrics I can spray onto it and it makes it super stiff. Come here. But it washes right out. Mm-hmm. But I would wash it. So if you don't care about me washing it, then I may use that. But if you don't want me to wash them, then I won't. I can do it with and without. Completely up to you.
I think we'll go without. I think it smells enough like Winston that I'd kind of like to keep that.
Okay, so don't wash them at all?
Yeah.
Okay. And most of the shirts that you have shouldn't actually be a problem, except for this one. This one's a stretchy one. It's mostly the t-shirts will stretch and move. Mm-hmm. See your monkey face? You know, Doug. Man, now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so t-shirts, they're going to stretch and move more than dress shirts. Mm-hmm. So it's the t-shirts I really have to use that stuff on.
Okay.
Oh, and for those of you that are going to be joining me every day this week, I am changing what I am streaming after we finish doing this. I have to finish the White Mage quilt, and then I have a wonderful announcement. Megan, my corset friend, is going to be joining me all day on Saturday. Yay! So, I'm going to be teaching her how to bling things. We're going to be blinging some of her corsets, and I'm going to bling a quilt, which means I have to make a Wonder Woman quilt because that's what I want to bling is the skirt that I've got for her. So, I don't have any made. So, I got to get some made. So, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and Thursday. What?
Better get on that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing over the next few days.
Sounds fun, though.
It is a lot of fun. Blinging is so much fun. Hi! Are you going to eat the Benny Bone? As long as you're not barking at the cat and causing issues to people's ears. There's some people that wear headsets as they're watching Twitch. So whenever he barks like that, yeah. So I really wanted to, and that's one of the reasons why I got this nice professional mic. Because when I was using the other sound system before, it would amplify. So this only picks up this area. In fact, let me just turn it just a touch more. This area right here. So when he's over there, it doesn't pick up as much.
Beauty.
They're hot fix. They're a specialty hot fix that are meant to be washed multiple times from a company that I met at Quilt Market. So they're actually, it's meant for bling for quilts. But you can put it on clothes and things like that. Kind of like a bedazzler.
I think the whole time we worked at Michael's, we sold one of those.
I know, right? Well, and especially for the people that bling stuff, like bling is back. Like it is so back. But there are so many better things to do.
Then use that.
Than the bedazzler.
I bet.
I mean, if you want to see what I got, I can pull it out after we finish all this stuff.
Sure, why not?
Have fun with your drug testing, Usa.
Yay.
She says, I'll be back. Treats!
Yay! Does that mean for us too?
If you want one. Soleil treat! All right. All right, you guys know the drill.
That's amazing.
Okay, over here in your bed. In your bed. Come here. Oh, come on. In the bed. You have to be cute. Sit.
Oh, yeah.
Sit. All right, everyone's cute. There's Marley, Alfred, and Soleil. See, look at the camera. Aren't they cute?
They're adorable.
They are.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you for the bits, honey. That's my husband that gave me the bits. He's at work,
Very
and
nice.
so when he likes to give bits to, so I give the dogs treats because he's not here.
That's very cute.
Yes. I know. Did you get some treats? I know, you guys are so cute. All right, I will leave the doggy cam up as long as you're there. Yes, you guys are very, very cute.
The cutest.
Oh, and of course they're going to go away now.
Well, yeah. They got their treat.
All right, back to cat cam. Now, this one is a long sleeve shirt. So, how we deal with this?
Cut them suckers right off.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if you would be able to use long sleeve or not, but
Nope.
boom, there you go.
You just cut the as long as it's not a sweater or sweatshirt or material like that. That's the only thing I can't do because it's so different and it's so thick. And I learned from the last one, I can't do jerseys. I tried to incorporate a jersey in the last one. I got it to work, but it was a big pain. It was really bad. It was not worth it. Guys, if you're going to play, come play over here in the bed.
Yeah, really.
So the people on Twitch can see you. See, and this is why I have 5 cameras. Because the cat's just going to lay on the perch all day.
Well, yeah, that was pretty.
And the dog,
steady.
yeah, and we want to see the dogs, especially when they get treats. But it's not going to happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's that. Oh, I looked down, I'm like, wait, is there 2 of the same one? Those are the sleeves. Time to drive home, and it's bad to twitch and drive. I will see you when you get home, Doug. I agree. It is bad to twitch and drive.
Seems like solid advice.
That is pretty good advice.
More treats.
You notice how Soleil started to go upstairs and she came back down? Thank you, Liz. That is for my friend Liz in California who streams under Seems Geeky. Can someone give a shout out for Liz, please? Because you need to go follow her if you don't follow her yet. All right, guys. Thanks for the bits. All right, come here, Soleil. In the bed. And take the cat cam off. All right. Alfred, and there you go. I know, Marley. I know. Guys, ready? Look at. There's Marley. There's Alfred. There's Soleil. Good job, guys. Oops. I was too loud. It went red. Sorry. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Since no one else is doing it.
Oh, I'm going for a
Why?
sweet chocolate.
Oh, that's why. Because I'm doing the wrong
Thing?
keyboard.
That'll happen.
There we go. Okay, so if you haven't followed Seems Geeky yet, go follow her. She is an embroiderer. She's a good friend of mine, and she's amazing. So she's the one that I was doing those dual streams with when I was in California. So go give her a follow. Seriously, guys. Okay, last but not least. I'm going to do it with good scissors, since you're not doing them anymore. All right, so now the decision you need to make. I love nice pups, and yeah. You may be able to see them all this year at MagFest. So it's, I have my friends that do MagFest with me. Mm-hmm. They actually stay at my parents' house before and after the conventions. We have a big, kind of like a big party. And when I bring my dogs down, they all get to see my dogs.
Nice.
So I may, because my husband's going to go down with me for Christmas, I may have all the dogs so that they can cuddle. So Liz has cuddled with Alfred.
Oh,
and
he's
Soleil.
so sweet.
I had all 3 of them last year, didn't I? You met Marley, right? Yeah, so they're her niece and nephew pups. Niece pup, nephew pup. Oh my gosh, wait until you see Marley this year. He has gotten so good. So he immediately, so this is the first time Marlo saw them, he let Marlo pet him.
I did. I pet him.
we go. All right. So now the decisions that you need was brand new. Yeah, yeah. I thought he was shy last year. So decisions that you now need to make. Okay. Do you want buttons included or not? Now, obviously on the dress shirt, buttons will be included.
Yes.
Now, what will happen with the buttons is I will have to cut the actual buttons off, and then I will glue this closed. So it will look like this. You actually won't see the physical buttons, but you'll see that part. And then you'll actually see, it'll be like, kind of like this into the top of it. So do you like that look, or do you want the nice clean look of just the shirt?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing up there to keep it, like, there's no embroidery or, like, sort of.
Yeah. Now, the embroidered shirts, if it's up here, but yeah, we're going to make sure we include that.
Yeah, no, this can be just.
Okay, so this is that one? Okay.
Sure.
So, let's use, he's my fuzzy, but yes. Marley is your fuzzy buddy. So, Liz, Marley is really taken, he's more Mike's dog than he is my dog now. And this is what happens with all of our dogs. So Soleil was my dog whenever I married him and I moved up.
I remembered. It was your first, yep.
And she is his dog.
I kind of remember that from Michael's. That
I would complain.
Slowly,
yes. And then we got Alfred 2 years ago after the theft. It was like about a month after the theft. It was, and he was really, really cathartic for me of, really, really good.
Yeah.
And so he was my dog until a few months later, probably like 4 or 5 months later, that all of a sudden he became Mike's dog.
Mike.
Oh, I have a PG channel, Liz. I get a little flag of do I want to allow this or not, and she swore. You can say no, that's not a PG word. Although the female dogs. Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, technically, yes. It's
the technical card.
Yeah. So then he became Mike's dog. So then now Marley, we've had Marley a year now.
Slowly but surely.
In a few weeks it'll be a year. He has been my dog until this last trip. I was gone for 6.5 weeks.
Ooh. So he's gone to the dark side.
He has, yes. Webster. I love you, Liz. I love you so much. Whenever we co-stream, she says, I'm going to have to try to watch my mouth. I'm like, whenever I have guests, if you say it, if it slips, whatever, it happens. They know that. You're funny. So now he's becoming, Mike calls him his fuzzy buddy.
Yeah.
So, Soleil's big buddy. Alfred's little buddy.
And fuzzy
and
buddy.
then now Marley's fuzzy buddy.
He's got the set.
Yep. Hey, Raptor! Thanks for hosting the stream, and hi, how are you? So look, I got explosions.
Ooh.
Those are my emote explosions.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Streamlabs is up and working again. Fantastic. So it had a little thing pop up saying, so-and-so's hosted the stream. That's been down for a couple of days.
Ooh.
So I'm excited about that. So awesome.
Hooray.
Fantastic. All right. Now, first thing we want to do is iron this. So, turn on the iron.
Oh my god.
That's my transformer.
Yes.
It's my transformer iron. I love it.
Amazing.
I love it so much.
I'm digging it. Yellow is my favorite color, so I love it just that little bit more.
They have it in a couple of different colors. I also have it in pink. Well, the pink one is for breast cancer.
Okay.
So
that's the only time I like pink. Other than that.
And my mother actually has that one. You just came back from the store. And what did you get at the store, Raptor? Ooh. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, now this one, obviously, we need to include that.
Yeah.
So let's cut this off. And we need to glue this first. So I'm actually going to do this one first. So I'm going to show you how.
I'm just full of learning experiences here.
We glue it. There we go. Now, what I did, if you can't see a good close-up of how I got these buttons off, there's 2 ways you can safely get buttons off without cutting the fabric. The first way is using a really good seam ripper and cutting that little area right there. That's too much work. So what I did was I took the scissors and I slid them in. In fact, I'm going to show you on the camera over here. So I slid them in right under that button, and I kind of lifted it up. So all I could see was that thread right there, and making sure I'm only cutting that thread. Now, all these little pieces of thread right here.
Yeah, they'll be glued.
Yeah, you can pull them, hide them. I always like to pull them out so they don't come out in through the quilt. They're playing. Reese's Sticks, a Three Musketeers bar, and a lime soda. It's fantastic. That sounds so healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know where my candy is.
Oh,
I saw.
Stashed in.
There we go. All right. Now, let me find, where did I put said glue? It was in there. Oh, there it is. Aha, it falls out sometimes. There we go. So this, and that's actually why I still keep this, is Heat and Bond Hem. Fast and easy hemming without sewing. Machine washable and dryable. So basically it is gluing.
The same.
Yep.
Very fancy.
Looks just like this. You can get it in Joann's. You can get it in Michael's. You can get all sorts of things. Although I don't know. I actually don't know if you can get it in Michael's.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I know you can get it in
Who knows what
Joann's.
they've done since
And
then.
I don't know if there's quilting and sewing stores that carry it, but they might. You can also get it online. It's good stuff. So how we do this is we do 2 strips. The dogs. And I'm actually going to do this one first before we do the first one. So what I'm doing is I'm lining it up along this side and along this side. So it's not going to come loose along the front or along the back.
Fantastic.
And just like that. And I'm actually not going to lift this up and put it over there. Instead, where is it? Oh, could you grab me that big thing right there?
This thing?
Yep. That is my portable ironing mat.
Snazzy.
So, that way we don't have to go very far with it. And we want to turn off the steam. And just kind of rest it. Now, normally you can let go of the iron and just let it sit there for a minute. But I can't with mine, so I have to sit and hold it. So you want to make sure that you iron it on both sides. There we go. Because you want to apply heat to both sides. And then once this stays, then I'll go through and I'll actually iron it on there, and then we can cut it.
What will they think of next?
Alright, let's do the other side. So the Eliso, my transformer iron, it is meant for professional sewers and quilters because it is a more efficient iron, and it's nice and hot, and it has a really good steam, but it makes for super efficient because I can just grab it and then go. I don't have to keep doing this.
Yeah,
and it's better for your wrists.
I imagine. Technology.
I know,
I
right?
tell ya. Get like a workout too. It's the reach and grab and the quilting yoga. That could be your next venture.
Quilting yoga.
how to
Maybe.
quilt and do it. Like,
Yes.
here's the pose for.
Oh no, a lot of them have seen me set up for conventions. Yeah, I don't go to the gym.
Yeah, why would you need to?
That's yeah, no, all that grid wall. Yeah.
I've seen. Well, I've got a
My
tiny taste
monstrosity.
of it from building little tiny.
You know what? It's funny because I tell people my time at Michael's is what actually has helped me make my convention structures better.
Nice, you know
Because
now.
I build it 10 feet tall and I double it and I move. And even people that have been doing conventions a long time will come and look at my structure and go,
huh,
how does that work? How do and because I climb it.
nice.
Like I stand all over it and
get her done.
yeah, it stays.
You know what's up.
There we go. Okay. So now we need to let this cool. So I'm going to stick it over here. Because that needs to completely cool before we do anything else with it. All right, so let's put that back over there. And let's look at everything else.
It could be just a regular.
Just the regular?
There's nothing fancy up there. That one's right through the stripes, isn't it?
Yep.
Then.
So you want to keep it? Okay.
We'll keep the stripe.
All right. Yeah, I've been tossing the buttons into the trash. You don't want them, do you?
No.
Okay. You
Yeah.
never know. I realized I didn't ask.
Yeah, I can't even think of what. I guess I could start a button jar.
Yeah.
What people do, but I
Well,
will
see-
know that these buttons will not go to anything. So.
Well, see, I have done so many t-shirt quilts, and they're always very sentimental for one reason or another. So these are all things I
I
have
guess,
learned
yeah.
I need to ask because you never know.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
Alright, I want some bottle caps. I'm gonna put those right there for easy reach.
You know, I haven't had one of those since I was like a kid.
Well, see, yeah, because you know my disaccharide intolerance?
Yeah.
There's no sugar in them. It's dextrose. So
Perfect.
this doesn't go to my count at all for the day.
Oh, fantastic.
I can only have the stuff down in that corner now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I bring down big things like this so I can sit and munch on this. But then if I have a craving, I grab one of those. Alright.
So clever.
Let's move this back over. No, you're fine. You put your arm in again. So this light is freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Look how nice that is.
Ooh.
But now watch the camera. So watch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it's such a nice bright light, it washes it all out. So I always feel like I'm in a dark cave when I'm sewing because that's not on when I'm streaming. Hey, thanks for hosting the stream, Seems Geeky. Look at the super explosion. Yay! I know. I like the emote explosions. They're fantastic.
Digging 'em.
But you're awesome. And just to remind everyone, 4 more follows and we're doing a giveaway.
Oh boy. I like stuff.
Because I am still considered a newer streamer and I need to grow my audience. I like subs. I really, really like subs. But I love follows.
So do it.
Follows is what I need. There we go. So for my my giveaways, this is all my scraps. So all I do is I grab one of the envelopes I have over there, and I grab all this, and I fill the envelope, and then I send it off. I actually mailed 5 packages today.
Nice.
It may be, but for some reason the auto hosts are kind of funky, and if you were hosting somebody else, then yeah, it's kind of funky now. Because I know you're auto hosting me. I saw it on the list. There we go. Okay, iron. And while I'm doing this one, now that you know what we're looking for, do you want to look at all of the other ones and see?
That's just a t-shirt. Well, this one we know.
Yep.
This one I don't think there's anything special up there. Nope.
Okay, so that one's good.
This one I think is just yet.
The pocket. Yep. Do you want the pocket in there?
I do, I think.
Okay.
I think that would be
That high. No, it's funny because I won't close this. So if you have a pocket on a shirt, I will just leave it just like it is. And then I have someone that I did a t-shirt quilt for that she actually puts little stuffed animals. So like she has a she uses it sometimes, but it's a very sentimental quilt for her. So she actually has a quilt rack that she has a hanging on, and in all the little pockets she has like little tiny stuffed animals.
Nice.
I know, how cute is that, right?
I like that. Okay.
Oh! I almost forgot. This is the first time Seems Geeky has joined me since she got affiliate status. Yay! So, Seems Geeky is now an affiliate. Congratulations. I love you. You did it so much faster than I did, and so much faster than I thought you would, but yeah, you're awesome. That is exciting news. It's yeah. So, there are different levels of streamers on Twitch. You can be a regular streamer. You can be an affiliate, which is what I am. And affiliates are allowed to get bits. Hey, Hyper Zen Girl. Thanks for the host. I appreciate it. So these people that are hosting, they're making it so if anyone looks at their stream, they see me. Okay. Exactly.
Simple.
Yep. And yes, TwitchCon and Naughty by Nature. That's what really helped. That's my stream team. KNOTTY. Isn't that great? So, yeah. And so I can get bits as an affiliate, so people can give me money. They can sub. So what that means is if they do a $5 level, they pledge $5 a month. Twitch gets $2.50. I get $2.50. And they get access to this emote right here, the sewing machine.
Neat.
So that is, I keep doing the wrong keyboard.
Yeah.
I have two computers.
Yeah.
The $10 level is a devil thread, and then $25 level is a little needle that says nope. Because my needles break all the time. So nice. So I can now have emotes, so I offer them to subs. And then for me, for my giveaways, subs get extra tickets into the drawings. Ooh. So it's as an affiliate, I can do that stuff. And then the next level is a partner. A partner can get many, many, many more emotes.
Oh yeah.
They have a lot more power in that they can gift subscriptions. They can do all sorts of things. And they get better sponsorships.
Nice.
So my goal... Marley?
That's hard to believe that came from a dog.
Yeah, Marley just belched.
Wow.
So my goal is to make partner.
That's the dream.
It is.
I believe.
But in order to make partner, I need to grow my audience and have a consistent audience base. In other words, people are watching from day to day. So even if they only pop in for 5 to 10 minutes for each stream, that counts.
Nice.
So that's why I do all the giveaways that I do. And I also have a quilt coins. So for everyone that is watching me, they get coins added into their account. And then
a lot more elaborate than I would have ever thought.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, and that's what I'm saying. Have you seen Twitch? Okay, no. It's basically, it's a more complicated, elaborate, interacting on crack version of Facebook Live and YouTube, right?
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm the worst millennial out there. That's so much that I think I've renounced my millennialism.
So right now, log in. These are the counts. So, yeah, so those are the counts for the quilt coins. So they earn coins by watching the stream. They earn them by subbing. So if you sub for a $5 level, you get 1,000 coins. You sub at $10 level, you get 2,000 coins. They can gamble with their coins. There's a couple little games in there.
Nice.
Every now and then you may see like a little treasure chest that'll pop on my screen. If they click on that treasure chest, they get a bunch of coins.
Nice.
And the time that they're watching, they get coins. So all of that is in there. Now, how they spend the coins, they can spend them on things like if they want me to follow their Twitch channel, they want me to follow their Twitter, their Instagram. But then I also have them for patterns.
Ah.
So if they want a pattern but they don't want to pay for it, well, if they support me and watch a lot or sub, they can get patterns. I also have them for gift certificates.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
so they can
they're
earn gift
perks
certificates toward... Yeah, exactly.
Neat.
So it's not just that stuff. So the combination of those two things encourages people to follow and then encourages people to watch on a regular basis.
Nice.
So hopefully doing those things will then bring me to
That's
the status. Yep. Okay. Oh, is that one? Yep, stripes.
I think, yeah. Because that one at the back is just the regular, so I think
Yes.
for the front, I would like to keep the little.
Okay. Do you want to cut the buttons
Sure.
while I work on this one?
Come here, buttons.
Oh, I just handed you the scissors. Where are my other scissors?
They grow legs.
Oh, there they go.
Did it finally happen? One of these days, I'm telling you.
Seriously, so sometimes, because I am the worst for putting things down and not remembering where I put the things.
Oh, I'll challenge you for that title, because...
Yeah, you remember how many times I lost snips? Remember at Michael's, I'd be like,
Yep.
freaking where are they? And I couldn't, oh yeah.
Oh, yep.
Or the times I would leave the label maker in an aisle.
Oh, that label maker, I am convinced that thing had legs.
So,
Never stayed.
Yeah, no, every now and then I will lose things. So my seam ripper is the most amazing seam ripper in the entire world. This is like an eraser and it removes, look at the thread. See how it gathers the thread? So it removes all the thread after you seam rip.
Oh my god.
So if you see the box that's kind of on the other side of that garbage can over there, that's a whole box of these.
What?
Because if I lose it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need it
cry?
again. Yes. So I want to make sure I constantly have it. Oh, sorry.
Yep, nope. Alright, where am I throwing buttons?
Oh, trash. Unless you want to keep them.
Negatory.
And if you want to prepare that one,
Sure, this little one.
yeah, you can learn how to use the hem tape.
I'm learning.
Here, in fact, let me move this over. There we go. Now we got more room. And this is good too. So if you have pants that need hemmed, you just fold them up and use the tape.
That's amazing.
You don't have to sew. That's a no sew.
Yeah.
So I don't have to sew over this again. It will stay closed. Now, whenever I put this into the quilt, obviously it's going to be cut off like right here.
Yeah.
So that'll be really, into the quilt. Oh, it may be better too if you want to lay it like right here.
Okay. So
And then
you
I'll
yeah.
switch spaces with you. Oh, that's my Tamagotchi.
I had one of those.
It's mad at me.
Oh,
I
what'd you
found
forget
it.
to do?
Oh, look, it uses the toilet now.
Oh my, come on.
No, I was going through the my parents' house looking for a screwdriver in my old bedroom
Yeah.
to put together this chair, and I found it.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a Tamagotchi. Oh, it's been like 20 years. Oh my gosh, what is this thing?
Yeah.
And everyone on my stream's going, you have to play with it.
Of
You
course.
have to keep it. And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I've got the Tamagotchi going, and every now and then I tell them how it's doing.
Well, yeah. Inquiring minds need to know. Voila.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yay.
Nicely done. All right, I'm just gonna do this side, and then I will switch with you, and
I'm
you can
learning.
pull the buttons off of that one.
Ha!
The big one, the challenge that I have saved for last.
Our white whale, if you would.
Yeah, see in my thing on the left, that's my little thing that tells me the hosts, the follows.
Today's just a whole learning
sounds.
experience for me.
Yeah, it's like I try to prepare you a little bit, but I'm like, no, you just need to experience it. No, you just need to experience it. Okay, let's switch.
Hup, hup.
And then I will iron this. Do lots and lots of hem tape.
That stuff is really neat.
It's really cheap too. It's only like $3 or $4 for a package.
Yeah. That's totally worth it. I may buy some.
So how is everyone out there doing? You guys are really quiet tonight. Is everyone busy crafting and doing their own things?
I think so.
I get waves of talking
Mm-hmm.
where sometimes the chat will be so busy it's hard for me to keep up. And other times it's like this where there's no one really talking.
Cue the dust bunny.
But that's okay. I did an interview with a lady yesterday who was... That button just rolled behind the table.
Okay.
Who was doing a study for her university on the relationship between streamers and viewers.
Oh yeah.
And one of the questions she asked me, my chat display fell off.
Oh no.
How did that happen? Thank you, honey.
I guess I'll do these in this butt.
Let's see. Let's test it out. Yep, it works again. Fantastic. I wonder why I did that. It's really weird. So I have my chat here so that you can see what's going on in chat on whenever I upload it to YouTube. So my husband just messaged me saying, hey, by the way, we can't see the chat on there.
Well, how?
He's a good husband.
Sounds like it.
Yes. So it's so one of the questions that she asked for the study was, what do you do when no one talks, whenever nothing happens? And I say, well, I keep on talking.
I talk for them.
Exactly.
Ooh. Maybe this one's...
It's a little
so
dirty,
clean.
but that's okay. I saw that. That's
that
okay.
That was my father, though.
Yes, that's okay. Okay, now, this is how we're going to do this one.
Okay.
We're going to start from the top because we want this pocket in here. So we're going to actually do it from the top. So the top's more important than the bottom. And we're going to lay them out like here. Now, it is thin. All right, where did the tape go?
Somewhere.
There it is.
I knew it existed.
So, so the tape is thick enough, and this is thin enough. We really only have to have one, but I'm anal.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know that about you.
Yes. She knows my analness well. I am a perfectionist with some things. So we're going to do it in steps.
Makes sense.
So we're going to do that.
Kind of like sections.
Exactly. Because I want to section it to see as wide as the iron will lay. So I'm actually going to start up here. I'm not going to actually really kind of put this in here, but it's there for a guide for the next section.
So clever.
There we go. Yeah, about 9 months ago, I used to only do T-shirts, and I used to only say, oh, no buttons, no nothing, because I didn't understand how to do it, how to keep it closed. So then I had a commission for a lady whose fiance passed away, and he had all these work shirts with buttons, and I'm like, I have to make this work.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I will figure it out. I have to make this work. So because of that, I learned all this.
Nice. Yeah, no, he wore like white t-shirts as like undershirts, and then he worked at Sleep Country, so it was all like button-down dress shirts with ties. So One thing that I've actually heard, or what for ties, is to take all the ties and make it into an apron. Just kind of sew them all together, so then you've got the kind of narrow,
cool.
and then it's longer at the bottom. So
There's actually a lady that I saw that did ribbons from different competitions and turned into a quilt.
Nice.
So you can do that with ties too.
So you had a lot of ties. Well,
yeah.
Not too many, but
I could teach you how to do that if you want.
Yay!
If you want to come and stream with me,
Sure.
I wouldn't charge you. I would show, because you would be working on it while I'm working on something else.
Perfect.
So I could show you. So basically, if you do it with ties, you would cut it open.
Mm-hmm.
So you would actually slice open the back, fold it open, square it off, and then now you have a strip of fabric.
Neat.
And then you can either just do the strips, or you can turn it into more like a bargello, where you have just squares that are flowing all over the place kind of thing.
Yeah. Because the one thing that I do want to do, he's got some like long sleeve, not dress shirts, but just kind of shirts he would wear. Mm-hmm. And I've seen like memory bears. I want to cut out a pattern of a teddy bear and then cut it and sew it and make it into a little teddy bear.
That would be awesome.
So I need to learn how to sew. And I just so happen to know someone.
Wait, you know somebody that can sew?
Well, I might. I just might.
See, because they like it when I have guests.
Yay!
So, yeah, if you want to come over and do that, by all means.
Well, now that I'm not busy with my dad, haha, I have time.
Alright.
That's so neat.
I know, right? How it just perfectly stays?
Yeah.
It doesn't need another one because this one is... The reason why you have to go both sides most of the time is because the fabric is so thick, the heat doesn't get in. But this is a very thin fabric, so it works, but I'm still doing it just in case. Now, what I'm doing is I'm peeling away some of that and then relayering it. Yeah, if we get all of these cut and the squares finished, then you can do some sewing with me on some other projects if you want.
Neat. Will do. It wouldn't be the first time you bossed me around.
Yeah. And I really am a bit of a bee. Whenever, No. Yes.
Maybe just a little. Tiny.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh yeah. Anyone that has ever minioned for me at a convention, yeah, they know.
They know.
Oh, they know. See, whenever it's business. Mm-hmm. No, this is how
business
it is.
Time.
I mean, it's business is serious. It's business.
Yeah. Business.
Yes.
Business. I get it.
Seriously, you guys are so quiet. No one wants to talk to me tonight.
Am I that uninteresting?
Well, normally I have music going too. But when I have guests, I don't have any music because I don't want to take the chance of YouTube muting it, the volume. Because it's really, really educational a lot of times when I have guests. So it's stuff I really don't want muted.
Makes sense.
And that should be long enough, but I'm going to go a little bit more just in case. Never
Yeah,
hurts.
I'm of the better safe than sorry kind of.
Exactly. Oops. It's so hot, it started to come off. And starts to disintegrate into the glue. Because that's all this is. It's just papered glue.
Yeah.
Yep. Papered permanent glue.
That's such a neat idea.
Now what this stuff is, it's actually applique glue put into strips. So this paper right here is applique paper.
Yep.
So it's basically a piece of paper with glue on it.
Yep.
Have you played with that stuff at all yet?
Tiny bit.
It's fun, isn't it? Oh, yeah. So all they're doing is they're taking that glue from this paper and just putting it in strip form. So this is actually the same company that makes that as it makes this.
So smart.
There we go. Fantastic. I've got fabric under that I didn't know I had.
Surprise!
You know what? I remember it and putting it under there, and it was like 2 months ago, and I've been gone so long. It's new to me.
Yeah, that's I love when that happens.
Surprise!
It's like finding money in your coat pocket the next year.
Gosh, I love that. When you put on your winter coat and you put your hand in your pocket. I found a Snicker bar this year.
Oh, that's even better.
Now it was a little crumbly because it was a year old.
Still good.
Yeah, but still, Snicker bar. I still ate it.
Crumbly or not.
There we go. All right. Now it's time for ironing and cutting time. Let's cut all the things. All right, we get to play, excuse me, with my brand new ruler.
Oh boy.
Now, this is the old one that I used to use. So this one is actually a little bit bigger. It's 12.5 by 12.5 versus the 12 by 12. So instead of 11.5-inch blocks, I'm doing 12-inch blocks. So I can actually get a little bit more out of it.
Fancy.
And this is the Stripology. So for those of you that like the other ruler that I use for my quilting, the Stripology ruler, this one is the same company. So if you feel the quality of the plastic with that, and then now feel this one.
Oh yeah.
So so this one slips sometimes. So not in addition is it a better quality, but this right here, this is no slip. That's a no. Yeah, it's really cool. So it'll stay right exactly where we want it.
Yeah. Much better idea.
So our plan, we're going to cut these into blocks, and then we're done for now.
Cool.
Because then my next step, what I'm going to do is the next time I'm at the family center and I'm pinning quilts, I'll bring all the blocks with me and I'll lay them out in the way that I think looks best, in my opinion. And then I'll mark everything, take a picture, send it to you.
Snazzy.
And then you can say, you know what, I want that shirt in the middle, or I want that shirt in the corner. Can we move this? Maybe give me your input. And then next time I go back to the family center, I will then lay it back out again, take another picture, and then just go back and forth.
The creative process.
Yep. Okay. So, we got to iron. Do you want to iron and I'll cut?
Sure.
So, I will stick all of these right there in a pile.
Okie dokie.
See? And then now, whenever you get your quilt too, you can be like, I helped make this.
I did. Hurrah.
Yeah. I was watching in the cameras.
Used to it.
Well, see, and it's funny, whenever I take that to my quilt guild, I have to keep an eye on it. So we have sew-in days. So we actually have one the Saturday after American Thanksgiving in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a week from Saturday. So
Wow, that's creeping up.
I will bring my iron with me because I just can't use other irons because I'm so used to using that. Well, then all of the women in my quilt guild want to use that iron because it's so cool.
Yeah.
But then they forget, and then they put it up, and they leave it, and yeah. So I have to always set it up like right next to me and keep an eye on it, just to make sure. Yeah. But see, but now you're using it. Isn't it the coolest iron ever?
Yeah.
Those, I think USA looked it up yesterday. I think they are like $140, $150. That's US.
That's a pretty penny.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Decent. I don't think I suck that
Oh.
much at ironing.
No, but if you use an iron a lot, you'll probably have to replace an iron every 6 to 8 months. This baby lasts years and years.
Nice.
Alright, so what I am doing for the stripes, I'm moving and stretching this in order to get it perfect.
Okey-dokey.
Now I'm trying to have it laid out so you have the exact amount of white on the top as you have blue on the bottom.
Oh. See, you're always thinking.
There we go. That's good. Okay. And it is squared up. It is good. Yeah, I made the first cuts. And that's just so I can see it. And then I lay this along there.
Neat.
This is what takes the most amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure everything is lined up. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 2, 3. Let's slide that baby down just a little bit more. In the middle there, in the middle there. Great, nice and lined up. Now, I didn't see any on your dad's shirts, but if you had any holes that he wore through, now this is really a problem with t-shirts, really.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's any big holes in there because he'd wear it over and over and over, I have stuff to fix it.
Oh,
So if as you're ironing it, keep an eye out for holes. If
Okay.
you see any, point them out and I'll get them fixed.
Will do.
All right, so block number 1.
Yay!
And let's put the, oh, you know what? I'm going to stick it on top of my Day of the Dead fabric. Perfect. Now, this. Do you want this? Or do you want me to throw it away? Okay.
I'm fine with
Because
that.
some people want it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Some people don't care and they say, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I have too many uses for cut up t-shirts.
There we go. That's perfectly lined up. And this is a new rotary blade that I put in here just a few days ago.
Very fancy.
Nice. So, because sometimes whenever I split it like that, it'll still be connected a little bit.
Jerk fabric.
It really is. Speaking of jerk fabric, the moment that I cut it, it went shoot.
Of course it did.
There we go. That's a lot better. Yep, Tamagotchi wants something. What do you want?
Probably hungry.
Oh, he's mad at me. Why are you mad at me? Oh, yeah, he's hungry and not happy at all. So let's give him some food. And let's give him a snack. Okay, now he's happy and hungry.
Good.
He's good. He is good to go. That is block number 2.
Neato.
And I'll run a lot slower than you.
That's cool, right?
Because it's all a matter of making sure everything is
that's a much
lined
more
up.
important job than ironing. This is easy.
See, but by having you help me, we are more efficient and moving faster.
Yeah, we are.
And then if you want to do some sewing,
Sure.
you can do sewing.
Not opposed. I think I see a little tiny hole.
We have a hole. Of course, it's in the red.
Of course, this needs to be the absolute worst shirt in the bunch. It's determined now.
Although, if there is a hole, we can always grab the back.
That's true. That's very true. This one wasn't a button one. It was a little tiny.
Yep. Okay, let's check the back. Okay, that's the other one. That one just wants to keep on coming. There you
It
go.
does, yes.
Yeah. If you want. And if there, yeah. Check that one, and then if that one has more than one hole, well, then we'll use the other one.
Nope, that's good.
Now, if you have a hole in one of the other ones, we can't do that. It's an easy fix.
Oh.
You know, I will never... Hey! Thanks for the sub, Doug! I super appreciate that. 4 months in a row. Doug has been a sub. I was going through my stash. I found a bunch of t-shirts. I guess I was going to do this type of thing. Yeah. So, t-shirts Girly bought. This is your best friend. It's called Terrial Magic. It is amazing. It makes your t-shirts perfectly stiff, like paper. So you can actually put it through a printer. You can sew with it better, and you don't have to use stabilizer. So, before I forget, Doug, you get 1,000 more coins.
Yay!
Edits. Alright, and he's moved up in the 2nd place for coins.
Neat.
Fantastic. Thanks again for the sub. And block number 3 is done. Oh, this one's got a stain on it. Should I try to include the stain?
Why not? That's my dad. He would have stains on his shirt, though.
I think that's most men have stains on their shirt.
I think so.
So, and Girly bought a one of these rulers is your best friend, as you can see, because whenever I'm cutting it, it's super easy to square it up. Doug would like to know, are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Yeah, even after all the gambling you've done too, Wolf. And, oh, hey, when did you join us? Hi, Two Wolf. Look, I see you chatting. I didn't even see that you were in there. And yes, you are still in first. I have a leaderboard down below, so if anyone is curious where you stand for quilt coins and for, can I not? Okay. For quilt coins and for bits, it is all down below. Okay, yeah, for some reason I wasn't lining this up right, and it was being a pest. Stupid t-shirt. There we go. No, you're not first, Doug. Oh, You're saying 2 wolf is first for now. I gotcha. Oh, I guess my husband's home. That is, you notice how that bark is different than any other bark you've heard so far? That is the, oh my god, my daddy's home! Yeah, they get very excited.
Nice.
Have you met Mike yet?
I don't think I ever have, no.
I was trying to think back earlier today. I'm like, I don't know if you've ever actually met my husband.
I don't think so.
He gets very excited to see the animals.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't.
Yes. Hence why he steals them from me.
Well,
Because they get all this love and adoration and they're like, yes.
can't really
Okay,
do-
Soleil. Now you'll notice, so he may or may not take them for a walk. If he does, he'll tell me. So no one gives me bits. But whenever he is done with them, either he comes back from the walk or just done giving them love and adoration. Look, I picked up a pin.
Well, there you go.
Or just done giving them love and adoration. They will come right back down here. And they will sit down here waiting for bits.
Nice.
Okay, so these. Let's do this one last.
Okay.
For these, as you iron it, don't iron along here.
Okay.
Because we don't want to accidentally separate it.
Yep.
Dang it. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. We are going, that one is your favorite shirt, right? The one you're ironing right now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how we're going to handle this. We are going to pick 2 shirts in addition to this one that we're going to make wider. So your quilt's actually going to be a little bit wider than normal.
Okay.
It's not just going to be 12 inches per block. It's going to be a little bit more. Because I want to make sure that we include this and this in.
And it's too far to be.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do here is get. And this is the only one with embroidery like this we have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
So let's figure out first how wide we have to make this. It is 14 inches from the one end to the next. Okay, so I'm going to make it 15 inches wide. So instead of, because then 15, it'll actually go to 14 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll still have a little bit on each end. So this one will be 15 by 12 and a half.
Okay.
So we need 2 more 15 by 12 and a half. We'll do that one.
Okay.
So pick one more, either this or one of the ones that are over here that I'll do 15 inches wide as well.
Okay, why don't we do 2 stripes? That way
The
it's
2
2
stripes?
striped and then kind of.
Yeah, have one on one side, have the other one on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this is how we do that. All right, so if you have to do a shirt like this that's wider or longer than your ruler, I'm going to show you how we get that done. And yes, Evo, I could definitely, oh, and hey, even you can make quilts with shirts. Of course I can. I make a lot of quilts with shirts. Could you make something out of my running shirt? Yes, definitely. The running shirts are a different kind of material, so that I would definitely have to use the Terrio Magic on, which will make it stiffer and easier to work with. But yeah, no, I could do a quilt out of those. It's funny because when I'm at conventions, I will get people just randomly coming up to me and handing me a box of shirts.
And being like, here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Seriously. They're all, and they'd be like, oh, and then they won't even talk to me. They'll just come to me and they'll hand me a box and then walk away. And then I'll get an email a couple of days later saying, hey, so those are my shirts. This is what I'm thinking. Da, 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 because I don't take deposits on shirts. So, yeah, so it's probably like every 3rd convention, I get people to bring me shirts to a convention because that's cheaper than, was that on top? It was.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper than mailing them to me.
I see.
Alright, so I'm gauging width. Okay, I'm actually putting this away. I'm not going to be using that. So I'm using my one ruler to figure out how wide I want this.
No, there's nothing here for you guys.
Okay. And then bring this out. Move this up. Because we want to go right to the collar here because we don't want this at the very top. We want to get as centered as possible. Okay, so there's one side.
Neato.
Oh, I would go through shirts too fast. I'm interested, or I do a lot of races and have shirts from them. I don't know how many more I can do after surgery. Yeah, no, it is, and that's why a lot of the t-shirts I do are from memories and things, either concerts, geeky shirts, I've done a couple of sorority shirts, you know, things like that. Yeah, I could definitely do something with your running shirts. Okay. You're built for comfort, not speed. Doug is trying. Okay, 6'7".
Nice.
Oh, wrong one. Okay, 15. Now what I'm doing here is I'm squaring it up by putting it at the 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then laying this here. And then this goes away. Oh, fantastic. Nice job, Doug. I was watching Imperial Girl with all of her marathon racing that she was talking about on her stream. So apparently Disney has all these marathons, like special marathons. She travels around and does all the marathons.
Nice.
And so she has like all of these geeky, like these Avenger ones, there's a
Yeah.
Thor one, there's all sorts of really cool things that she does.
Nice.
Okay, so now we're going to cut it. Yes, that way. Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
You think away.
No, it's see, it's not wide enough. So let me do it this way. I'm gonna go all the way up there, and I'm going to start it from an end because the length is still going to be the same. And of course, I have to do the same thing for those two shirts as well for measuring it out. But at least with those, I don't have to worry about. I just
embroidery, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the 15. There we are. Okay. Too many rulers. There we go, and then I will finish off that little bit with my regular ruler. Never ever do opposite. If I couldn't get this figured out, I would have had to flip the whole thing over. There we go. And that's that one.
Ta-da!
And it's a little bit wider, but it's okay.
Just a tad.
Yep. Want to be a minion for a long time to come? Yes. That'd be nice. I'm just laughing at your glue this one shut?
Because there's the back one that doesn't have...
Oh, so you want it to be different.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to
But I mean,
remember.
if that one is easier to be at the 12 as opposed to the 15.
No, it's fine. I just couldn't remember why we wanted this one to have the glued closing.
Figured might as well mix it up.
Oh wait, what am I doing? It doesn't matter. I am just going to cut the whole thing. Stupid thing. Nice. Okay, I made a little mistake,
You're fired.
but now I'm gonna fix it. I cut it 12 instead of 12 and a half. That's an easy fix because I'm just gonna cut that now 12.
Sure.
And then this one I'll cut 12.
Sure.
It's just gonna get cut off by a half of an inch for that one row. But that's fine because the one row is gonna be wider.
Yeah. I wouldn't even have ever known if you...
No. And that's the thing. What do I tell you guys on a regular basis? If you don't point it out, people don't notice.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, now we're doing 15. So, 15, 7, and then 7. So this should go right in the middle here. Perfect. There we go. And I gotta flip the whole thing around.
Maybe we can include the...
Okay, 15. All right, now let's make sure this works. If I did this correctly, that center, nice. Look at that, right in the middle.
Good job. You know what's up.
All right, and then I'm going to redo this one, and then I'm going to do that last striped one before I start fiddling with the others. So this now needs to go 12. Bobs everywhere. Nice. Okay, 12 and a half. Oops, wrong way. This way. And I cut it from the bottom instead of the top because remember I wanted to try to get that embroidery as centered as I possibly could do it. And see, when you lay it across with the others, you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to see it at all in the quilt.
Neat.
I've done that before. Oh, is this the
Yep.
one? Okay. Is that it? Oh, no, we have a couple more.
think, yeah.
Okay. I was like, wait, are we almost done? Oh, this is just a normal one.
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay, yes. All right. that case, let's do the top. And just a reminder for everyone, 4 more follows, so you guys get a giveaway. Okay, and I said this was 20. The nice thing about this ruler, you see how I can square it right up and make sure that my square is good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 12.5, so I'm doing 12. There we go. Fantastic. Now, for the 15. So this is why I normally say, please keep it within 11.5 inches.
Yeah.
But there are exceptions, because this is real life, and things happen. I have another t-shirt commission that I have to do. That's with the box that the cat destroyed. All the t-shirts in there are for a quilt that's due at MagFest. It is all video game bands.
Nice.
The t-shirts are the video game bands. So he gave it to me at last year's MagFest. He just dropped them off and said, I'll pick it up at next year's MagFest. And I went, okay.
See you then.
There we go.
Neat.
Now, you see how it's perfect up here, but down here it's a little wonky?
Mm-hmm.
That's because shirts stretch. You won't see it at all in the final product.
I believe.
Are we almost done except for the dress shirt?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Two
nice.
More, 3 more and then that.
Okay, so when you do the dress shirt, iron just around here, just the same thing as you did right there. Avoid this area here.
Will do.
And yes, it is super, super important that you guys iron your things before, 1, 2, 3, before you cut. Because if you don't iron it before you cut, your cuts will be off. Okay, now this one, and let me just double check with you. Because the embroidery is right here, I'm thinking I'm going to offset it.
Sure.
To really kind of emphasize the embroidery more.
Yeah,
and then
there's
having
nothing on the other side.
Okay.
So might as well.
Well, Doug, if you make your own t-shirt quilt, you better iron them, or else it's not going to look very good. Now, I don't care if you wash them, whatever, but you got to iron them. Although, as warning, if you iron something before it's washed, all of the smells of that shirt are going to rise to the surface when you iron it. That is also something, if you have something that smells like a memory or like someone, if you iron it, those smells will come out and they'll come towards you. And it's easier for you to smell them. So as smells fade, that's a good trick you can use.
To iron it?
Give it a good iron. Because it heats all the smells up within the fabric and, and it releases some of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but don't do that until after the smells have really kind of gone away.
Yeah.
because it releases it more. Essence Do Doug. Isn't it O-A-U? Essence O Doug. There we go. And see how that looks.
Yeah. Neat.
You're all done?
I am.
I only have 3 left. Okay, so now you need to decide what you want to do when we're done with this. So, options.
Mm-hmm.
We can work on combining strips for my new white mage pattern.
Sure.
We can cut more fabric for the pillowcases, which is kind of boring. You're not really sewing, you're just cutting more of this.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can work on designing and creating a new block.
Cool.
So this is going to be a block that is going to be a free pattern that you will only be able to get from me at conventions, at your local quilt store that carries my patterns, or from a fabric manufacturer that I may try to partner with. Nothing's in stone yet, so I can't tell you who. But it may be on their site. Now, on my site, you have to go to their site. So those are your options. So we can work on that. We can work on this. We can work on that. And I will think if there's anything else I can think about.
Certainly.
I think that's everything that I have that's easy within reach that we can work on and not get too bogged down because of time.
Alrighty.
All right. I've got to do this in the middle. So 12 and a half. That would be right here. I love, 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 love this. This is the first time I've used this, by the way, and I just realized they have a white line right here in the middle.
For the center?
For the center. So isn't that cool? The other one doesn't have that. So I was able to look here and go, I'm just going to center it right.
There you go.
And this is the first time I've noticed it, too. I'm like,
yay!
how did I not do this before? Like, seriously, the Stripology rulers are the best ever. They are awesome.
They seem pretty neat.
Do you need more tea? Are you good?
I'm good. Red puppy.
Hi, baby girl. She's trying to look cute for you to get something. She's thinking that you may be a bearer of TRATs.
Oh, I could be.
Although, I have the rule, while I'm streaming, they don't get them unless I get bits.
Sorry. I'm the Drake's kid.
I'm sorry, baby girl. No, you don't get anything. I know.
Sorry.
And didn't I say whenever he was done with them, they'd come down and bother us?
Mm-hmm.
No. There we go. That's right by the microphone. No. No. You're a good girl, though. Hi, Marley. Do you think something's going to happen? No one's giving me bits. No one is giving me bits. I know. Now, for this one, I'm going to do the same thing as the embroidery because we want to make sure that pocket is emphasized.
Neat.
So I'm going to move as far over to the right as I can. Yeah, I'm still good there. All right, I'm going to blind you guys for a minute because I can't see the pocket because it's black.
Yeah, it's sneaky like that.
I just want to make sure it's lined up. There we go. And yes, just like with the other Stripology ruler I have, I am totally cutting through the plastic. There are slits in this plastic that allow me to line it up and just cut right through. And see, that's why I pull all the fabric away, because it's easy for me to see to line it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure that was good before I cut the bottom, because if it wasn't, I'd have to go a little bit lower. So you don't want to commit until you knew.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There we go.
Ta-da! And then last but not least.
Only one more left.
Dun dun.
Fantastic. And same thing, I will get stain and I will get pocket.
Oh, Dad.
Because, that's with our fathers, when we look at pockets, we go, yeah. We look at the stains, we go, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got my dad I had a friend of mine, I'm going to show you a quick sec so I can see that pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend of mine that's a seamstress take a bunch of fabric that I got online that is Star Trek Hulu fabric.
Nice.
It is like this tropical fabric. It looks like it's for like Hawaii and stuff, but it's all Star Trek characters.
That's amazing.
So I bought it and I gave it to her to turn into a shirt. So like the dress shirts for my dad.
Yeah.
So he got 3 of them. They already have stains on them. And that was like 2 years ago.
Of course. First thing they have to do is like, where's the best stain location for this?
Exactly. Aha. And because I squared the pocket, but that's fine. And then you notice how it's in there nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, whenever I sew it, yeah, this baby's not coming out.
Yeah.
You can wash it, you can do everything.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Yay!
We have all the blocks, so that is everything that I can do for your t-shirt quilt today. Yeah. So then as soon as I go to the family center,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a picture, send it to you, and you can give input, and then I will go around. Oh, another thing we can do is we can do the t-shirts for over there, but that's not sewing. If you want to sew. If you want to sew, we should do either those, assemble the white mage quilt, or the new block design. It's up to you.
Let's do the new block.
Sounds awesome. All right, you get to learn math.
Oh, good luck. Good luck.
Okay. This is how I do my new pattern designs.
Mm-hmm.
First, I want to group them in groups of 2. So this one took me 5 minutes to pattern out, then we can start sewing and cutting and everything. Okay, so I've got that. And then now I'm going to move left to right and right to left to do the blocks. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was seeing if I should combine it with that or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need to because they're even. What did I'm trying to think of the fabrics. The original one I did of this, I gave it to a company. Oh, I'm not going to do white. I'm going to, okay. Don't read these names. They can't see it on the camera.
Zip.
And don't, whenever I pull fabrics, don't say the company.
Zip.
Just in case the deal goes through. Or it does not go through.
Hokey
I think it's like 90%.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Very excited. But with internet things, you never know where they're going to end up.
Mm-hmm.
And just like this, my pattern is done. Okay, now we need to figure out yardage and everything to cut.
Sure.
So let's draw a line between here. For those of you wondering how I do my graph for my patterns, I use Tshirt, which is a cross stitch pattern maker. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I have 0 of those. And I have 0 of those. Fantastic. I have 1, 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then of the big combines, 1, 2, 3. Of the little ones, 2. Okay. This is going to be using my regular size fabric, so it's not going to be the teeny bitty ones. It's going to be the regular ones. So it'll be the 2 inches. So, math.
Boy, howdy.
All right, so 5 times. Okay, I just need 2. Wait, other way around. My business partner does all of the graphic design, so she always does a 3.5 first and then the 2. So I need 1 strip of that. 2 times 6.5. 13 plus 13. And 1 strip of that. Okay, and then 3 of those, 2 of those, so 3 times 3.5 plus 4. I just need 1 strip of that. So I need 1 3.5 inch strip and 1 2 inch strip of each.
Sure. Yes.
Have you used a rotary cutter before?
No.
Do you want to learn?
Yes.
Update. Okay, so we are going to use this fabric.
Cool.
And this fabric.
Neato.
Okay, so I'll cut the 2 inches because those are a little bit harder than the 3.5s.
I'll take your word.
Or actually, you know what? You're going to use my cool Stripology ruler. Because it is better than any other ruler. Normally, I don't use it for like the simple. I just need like 1 or 2 strips. But it's cool. And you'll like it. It's fun.
Cool. I like cool things.
Okay. It's the same maker as the square one. Except it's for strips.
Nice.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm looking at this white line right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm lining it up along the fold of my fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see here how it's not quite straight. So that means we have to square it off a little bit because we want a perfect cut. So I'm going to move it over to the right just a touch to make sure we can cut it off. So what you're going to do, now it has the grip on the back, so it's not going to move.
Okay.
As long as you have a hand on here somewhere, it won't move. So what you want to do, and I'll do the 0 and then you can move on.
Sure.
What you want to do is a single cut up. So go ahead and make a cut on the 2. So put your hand here. Now, this is the trick.
Mm-hmm.
You see, here's the line of where you're cutting.
Yep.
Don't put your finger like this.
Oh, what?
I have a friend that cut the tip of her finger off when she was scrapbooking.
Oh, no.
Oh, Doug says you seem enthusiastic when you go, yes! Because she was scrapbooking and she wasn't paying attention. Now, let me show you with this ruler. So with this ruler, whenever you're lining it up, you're cutting along here. So she had it like this. Keep your hand away from the edges, okay? That's my safety tip of the day. And then you're right-handed, right?
I am.
So there's a couple of ways you can hold it. You can hold like this. You can hold your finger up. It's however you feel you're comfortable.
All right.
Just make sure your hand is holding this down with your left hand. And then you're just going to go right up this too.
Okay, I think I can do that. See, the key word there was think.
There you go. Now, it did slip just a touch. It was just a touch. Okay, if that happens, It's perfectly fine. It'll still work.
No way. It's ruined. Throw the whole thing out.
I know, right? You'd be surprised. So this is one of the reasons why I started streaming, because people would look at my patterns and go, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Quilting's too hard. I make too many mistakes. You know how many mistakes I freaking... Yeah, no. Okay, so now we need a strip of 3.5. So you're going to go 5.5. So this one right here.
Let's try not to move it this time.
Now, this is a new blade. So what you're doing is fine because you're lifting up like this. If you go perfectly flat like this, you actually get more force into
bang
it.
for your buck.
Exactly. Now, and as the blade gets older and older, you will have to do that. Okay, so this one was perfect. This one you missed the end just a touch, but that's okay. That's what scissors are for. There you go.
Very good.
So we've got that one. And we are done with this fabric. And now let's do the red.
Cool.
Now, some of you watching may have figured out the brand of fabrics that I am using because you know some of the stuff I use. If you have figured it out, please do not say it in chat. Because the chat is on the thing. Okay, you know what? Why am I doing that?
Ha! Because you know what you're doing.
Well, because I automatically just do it, right?
I'm cool
Because
with
you said
that.
you would have learned how to embroidery
Okay.
cut, so...
So I'm lining it up with...
the white line at the very top, you're lining it up with the fold. And then you want to look at that on that 0 on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And do you think it needs squared up, or is that a perfect cut?
I think it looks okay.
That's actually a perfect cut. You don't have to square it up. Nice. Okay,
Yes.
so you want to hold it, and then you want to cut along the 2 and the 5.5.
Okay.
And don't cut your finger.
Going from the bottom. Oh, wait. Hold on. I can do
Yeah,
this.
sometimes you don't quite get in there. And if you feel you need to do a second pass, go ahead, do a second pass.
I think I'm okay. So now I'm doing 5.5.
Yep, 5.5. Okay, Doug, if you asked to use the pizza cutter, I would have taught you to use the pizza cutter. We weren't sewing at all whenever you were my guest. We were talking about conventions. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
again.
It's
so
this
this
one,
is perfect.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. Here's cut the end.
2-inch.
Hey, oh, no, I want to keep this. All right, and let's put that away. And giant dice. Oh, that's true. No, but I didn't. No, we used scissors for that. I didn't use. We could not use a rotary cutter because it was flannel, and the rotary cutter's not good for flannel. Would you put those back up?
I would.
Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna sew this together, but first, let's cut our pieces. So,
Okay.
I have a technique that I use where I keep the fabric folded and I cut in 2s.
So much easier.
And then that way it's just faster.
Yep.
So will you iron this to get that fold out?
Okie dokie.
So whenever you iron them with the fold in there. And I love how you're like reacting to everything like really well.
I do what I
Like,
can.
hey, we're learning and streaming. It's going to be a video.
Yeah.
Okay, but we didn't use a rotary cutter for your giant dice bag when we made that. Doug made a giant dice bag.
Neato.
Out of, what house is it? It was like a Scottish house fabric something for kilts.
Go Scottish.
The Black Watch,
I'm
I think?
Scottish.
Well, because every color for the kilt is a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now for this one, you see how it's kind of off a little bit? So I'm going to move this fabric around to make sure it's straight. So I'm lining it up with this dark line here,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the way across. So just like that. So then this is the selvage. We always want to cut the selvage off. So do you want to do these cuts or do you want me to do them? You want to do them? Okay. So for the red, we need 5 6.5s, and that's it. So we're going to cut 3 6.5s. So you're going to cut the 0, 6.5. Oh, hold on. Before you cut that, let's move it back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 6.5. 13. Because 6.5 plus 6.5 is 13.
I believe you.
Plus, yeah, Black Watch. Plus another 6.5, which is 19.5.
Good.
And I know it. I know it because I cut it so often. And is this big enough? Is that at least 2 inches? Nope, that's trash.
Bye.
Well, if it was at least 2 inches, it would have gone on my scraps.
Mm-hmm.
So that they wouldn't have been given away. All right. So that is all of our red is cut.
Huzzah!
So now let's cut the tan. Will you iron that?
Of course.
Now, let me show them how I'm picking this. So there is, as it's folded in half, here we have the selvage with the white, and we have this. Now this is shorter than this side. So I'm having her iron it on this side. That way, because fabric stretches a little bit when you iron it. So this will stretch out a little bit in order to get the most out of that fabric. I can use the remainder of my black watch flannel to make a new seat cover for my bike. Oh, yeah. Now, the only problem with that is if it's black watch fabric, it's going to get dirty very, very easily and very hard to clean. I would consider Scotch guarding it or like using a protector, kind of like protecting it onto the fabric after you make it. So Scotch guard I think is the best thing. So really soak it with a Scotch guard. That way it doesn't get stained.
Yeah, you can kind of still see it, but...
There you go. That's why I like my nails, because I can.
Yeah.
It's easy. All right, there you go. So you're going to line it up along that bottom white line. And as close as you can to that left, to where, let me take it off and show you.
Sure.
So this selvage right here, see these little dots right here? You don't want to include those.
Okay.
So as close as you can without going over those dots. Perfect. Okay, and let's look at the pattern. For tan, we need 2 6.5s.
So,
Yep.
starting...
Start at the 0.
We don't want you.
Yes, you can make it removable and wash it, but especially on a bike, it's going to stain. You do not want that to happen. You can still wash it, but you want to Scotch guard it or protect it before you even put it onto the bike.
And then what was it? 6 and
6.5, yep. Okay, now we need 3 of the 3.5s because we have 5, and I always do things in 2s, so we want to cut 3 of them. So I actually have to count this one. 1, 2, 3.5. Okay, so 10. So there's 2. 13.5 is 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 17. Okay, now we need 4 2s. So you're going to cut at the 19. Okay, and then we're actually going to take this, move it over a little bit, because this only goes to 20 inches. There you go, and cut the 20.
Voila.
And trash, trash, perfect.
Cool.
And these are the pieces.
Neato.
Come here. What are you doing to me? I should have cut that and I pulled it. There you go. Now, let's sew these babies together.
Cool.
All right, have a seat. You said you wanted to sew.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Have you used a 1/4-inch piecing foot before? You said you sewed before. That's why I'm asking. Oh, hand sewing. Okay. So you haven't used a sewing machine at all?
Not like this. Like I used my grandmother's, who's 90, who bought it after her
So like
firstborn.
an antique.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So this is a cheap machine. It is $130 US. It is a super cheap machine. It is fantastic.
Oh, so that's expensive.
I have, okay, but that is actually a cheap, most good sewing machines start at $300 to $400 US.
Yeah.
I do not recommend this as a first machine unless you are taught how to use it, because you get these online basically. You cannot buy these from stores.
Oh.
Because it is very finicky when it comes to thread and needles and things like that. So you really have to know how to
Use it.
caress it, kind of. So this is a 1/4-inch piecing foot.
Okay.
So what that means is it's going to give us a perfect 1/4 inch every single time without even trying.
Good.
The only thing you have to do is make sure the fabric touches the metal. So this piece of metal right here. So as long as that fabric touches that metal, you have a perfect 1/4 inch.
Cool.
So as you're moving it, you may go out, you may go in, but as long as it's touching it, so you can actually move your fabric in order to kind of shift it away and towards that piece of metal. So that's what your aim is. Okay? And then I'm going to slow you down since it's the first time you've used one of these.
Yeah,
so,
I don't need to like it.
so the pedal, go ahead and hit the pedal because we want to free our scrap. And that's as fast as it's going to go.
Good.
Okay, and then go ahead and let go. So with this, this is what is called stripping.
Okay.
So I'm stripping right now.
Scandalous.
So if you have fabrics from 2 different brands, see this is the same exact length because it's the same brand, then you have to decide which one is longer than the other, but we don't have to do that. Whenever you sew fabric together, you always sew the right side to the right side. And that means this is the right side, this is the wrong side. So we take the right side to the right side and we perfectly line that up. And I do this because I have a Wait, what for what? What are you talking about? I have a horrible habit of having this folded, like having one of these folded up in and then sewing it and then realizing when it gets to the end, oops. Oh. Allow. That's funny. Because it said stripping, so it thought it was a bad, yeah. Yeah, no, this is actually, it's seriously, if you look up the Quilt in the Days, it says 40 Years and Still Stripping is the name of a quilt book.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a play on words.
I love it.
So, because these are strips, that's called stripping. So, yeah, so I always make sure that everything is nice there. Now, that's not going to be lined up towards the bottom. We're not worried about that yet.
Okay.
So, whenever you're putting it in, you want your presser foot, this is the lever right here. So, you want to lift this up, and I'll let you do it after I show you. You want to take it all the way up to that needle, and then you kind of want to guide it, and then put it down right when it's touching it.
Sure. I believe you. So, line it up like that.
Yeah, right it up against the needle, so a little farther up. There you go, perfect. And then, there you go.
Oh my, that was violent.
Yeah, you can do it a little bit more gently than that. Now, in this case, you see how it's over just a touch?
Yep.
That's okay. But we're going to move it just now.
For sure,
Yeah, but if you go over it a little bit, that's fine. If you go under a little bit, that's fine too. Okay?
Cool.
All right, now, the easiest way that I find, and as I show everyone on my Twitch, that I use to strip is that I take my hand, I put my pointer finger in between the 2 strips of fabric, my thumb on top, and my little fingers down here. And what that allows me to do is shift. So as you're sewing, see, I can shift it and have it line up perfectly as you're moving.
Sure.
So you don't have to keep stopping in order to fix the fabric. Now, if you want to keep stopping to fix fabric, you can do that too.
That's up to you.
Yeah, it's completely up to you. All right, go ahead and sew it.
Oh, you think so, eh?
Now, whenever you get this all the way through and this piece of fabric is perfectly clear, go ahead and pause because we're going to cut that piece of fabric off. Now, this should be over a little bit more because these are the exact same size. You shouldn't be able to see the red on either side. Now, that's a piece of, yeah, so that's fine. If you see a little bit of it, it's okay.
Okay, so just start
Yep.
it up.
Start it up.
God. I'm gonna.
And you're not going to sew over your fingers. And if I have my hands in here, you're not going to sew over my fingers.
Good.
Trust me.
Oh my god.
Oh, stop.
Yep,
Stop.
it's already off.
There you go. Okay.
See,
what you were doing is you were holding it like
Pulling
this.
it, yeah.
Yep. So you don't pull it. So you're not going to pull. You're not going to push. All you're doing is guiding.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to have it over here a little bit to make sure it goes. All right. Keep going. Okay. Go back more towards center. Perfect. So funny story. When I sewed my finger that I've told you guys that story a couple of times, Marla's the one I called, and I freaked out, going, where do I go? What do I do?
Yay.
That was funny. She says, go to St. Joe's! Go to St. Joe's! Okay.
That's where I work.
Perfect. What you're doing right now, see, it's all a matter of practice.
I'm a natural.
So Doug says, you got this, just be sure to slam the pedal to the floor, go fast or go home.
Oh,
She actually does have it all the way down. I have the speed down. Do you want to speed up?
No.
Are you good?
Not yet.
Okay.
Still a rookie.
So whenever I teach classes, these are the machines I bring to classes.
Nice.
I have a whole bunch of these because they're cheap. I'm teaching a hand sewing / machine sewing pillow class the last Wednesday of November, the first Wednesday of December. So it's a two-week class.
Nice.
$20 because it's materials. I teach it at the family center because they let me use their space
Yeah.
to pin all my quilts. So in return, I teach free classes. So where they just pay for materials.
Can't complain about that.
Wish I had that when I was teaching the boy to drive. Yeah, no, there's an actual guide on here, so you can have it go slow, you can have it go fast. When I teach kids classes, I have it all the way at the bottom. I have it in the middle right now for Marlo. So I always have it like right... I have it like right at the bottom, and I tell the kids, you turn it up as you feel comfortable.
And away we go. I'm doing it.
You are. Are you having fun?
So much fun.
So there is something about using a sewing machine. I don't know if it's the sound. I don't know if it's the concentration of staring at the needle where you get the hypnotic motion. But it's very soothing and it's very relaxing. Like when I am
Yep.
stressed out, I sew.
Can't blame you there.
Doug says he's riveted to the screen.
I can imagine.
I mean, it's
This is
riveting
cutting edge.
television.
Cutting edge. Hey, get back over there.
Okay, now you're
Voila.
reaching the end. So let's cut off our scrap fabric because
Okay.
I chain. So that means I have something constantly in the machine at all times. Okay, so keep going. Free that piece of fabric. Let's get it all the way out there. And okay, that should be good. And I like how I didn't even have to tell her, don't pull on the fabric. Because you'd be surprised how many adults I teach. And no, the machine does it for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan outside, how are you? I mailed your package today. Jonathan outside won one of my giveaways.
Yay!
So this is Marlo. We did a whole bunch of t-shirt quilt stuff earlier, so now I'm teaching her how to sew.
Yeah.
All right, so there's your scrap fabric, so sew right through it. Can't wait to get my 1960. Oh, did you buy that, Doug? You bought the Singer? Okay, that's good. So let's cut this baby off. All right, now with strips. Okay, so let me teach you how to iron this thing.
Cool.
I am doing fantastic. We are having fun.
Oh yeah, we are.
So whenever I make pieces for quilts, I always cut it in half and you'll see why. So whenever these pieces go together, especially the ones that, I don't think we have any, but normally when pieces go together, you have two ways of ironing seams. You can iron them open, which is what most people tell you to do, or you can iron them to a side.
Okay.
People say if you iron it to the side, it causes more bulk. But then if you have a seam going this way and you have a seam going this way, that's the same amount of bulk as if you have an open on top of an open.
Makes sense.
So in order to get perfect points, so here is a good example. So the other quilt that I'm working on. See how that's nice and lined up? Because they're ironed in different directions.
Haha.
So by cutting it in half, we are going to iron it in different directions right now to make it easier for laying it out.
Fantastic.
So whenever you iron it, I will do the first one and show you. You want to make sure you get a nice crisp seam, but you don't want to go too much because you see how it kind of pulls on the thread a little bit. So whenever you iron these, you just kind of want to gently just kind of push it up so its seam is open all the way, but it's not really pushing it. And then finish ironing the rest of it. And I need some steam. We are no longer ironing shirts, so we can do steam. Yeah. And then, you see how that's nice and open?
Yeah.
That's it.
Fancy.
So now this we iron towards the red. So now this one, you're going to iron it towards the tan.
Oh.
So, Jonathan, I think, because you're BC, right? So I think they said it would take about 4 to 5 days. I think you're going to like what I sent you. I put a lot of thought into each of the packages. So, because I had to mail out 5 packages this morning for giveaways. Perfect. And then we can look at this and say, yep, that's nice and straight. Perfect.
Neat.
Now, when you get stuff like this, you can just pull it, trim it, doesn't matter. Okay, so now for cutting. So we're going to take this and we're going to nest those seams, what I was talking about before. So now, see this seam is going up, the seam is going down. So this is where my nails come in handy.
Yeah.
Because all I'm doing is I'm doing it by feel. Now right here, you see where you did a little wonkiness?
Yeah.
It's still good. You can still use it. So even if you like wonky a little bit, you're still okay.
Neat.
You see it, you won't see it in the finished product.
That's like when I do my eggs. It's like I'm showing everyone else what's wrong with it. My mom's like, I never would have noticed.
So, and just to, not to put any pressure or anything on you, but this is maybe like on a major fabric manufacturer, like a picture of this, of what, yeah. So you can say, hey, I helped make that.
Put that on my resume.
I know, right? Okay, so this is all lined up. If you want to feel, you can see how it's just kind of, it's like, it's butted up, up there, but it's not over top of it. So then now, same thing you did before. Now, except for this time, instead of lining it up along this line, we're going to take this white line here and line it up along the thread. It's not going to be perfect because you get a little wonkiness, but as long as it's general, it's fine. So, and then you want to square it up, and then we want 3, so we'll cut 4, 3.5s, and 2, so we'll cut 1, 2s. Alright, so you want to square it up, and then, yeah, no pressure, right? And then 3.5, 7, and then we want 1 set of 2s. So after the 7, you're going to go to 9. Now we have all of this extra lovely fabric. So just to teach you how to use a regular straight edge.
Sure.
Because we can practice.
Yep.
We're done with this. I don't need this anymore. I'll put it away. Okay. And then you can see the difference between something like that and how fast it goes. So in this case, we're going to do a couple of 2s. So this is 1 inch, 2 inch. So we're just going to line it up here. And then we take this line and line it up along the thread like we normally do. And then you hold this, and then you rotary cut up.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and practice that?
Sure.
And see how it feels a little bit different?
Yeah.
And then if you want to do it again, you now have to pick this up and move it. And then gauge it. So you see why something like that is a lot faster? Because you don't have to move anything. Yeah, no. I like those. I talk about that all the time, so people have asked me to start carrying it. So I have it at conventions because
beauty.
You can't. Now, again, I've said this before. It's the same exact cost. Now, they don't sponsor me. I don't make any money. I paid for that. So I don't make any money talking about it. It is the same exact price. It's $40 US, whether you buy it from me at a convention, you buy it at your local quilt store in order to support them, or you buy it online. We signed agreements, so it's the same price wherever you get it.
Nice.
So you don't have to get it from me. I don't have to make money off of this. I just really like that ruler. I really, really like that ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I pick these up and I stick them in 2 different piles. So I have a pile going towards the red and a pile going towards the blue. All right. Let's lay some things out.
Let's.
There we go. Okay. Now, when I forgot to do my arrows. You'll understand that in a minute.
I bet I will.
Okay. So I always lay mine out from the bottom to the top, although my patterns say lay it out from the top to the bottom. Because this is easier. It's hard to like put it on a piece of paper and say go for it and do the bottom and then the next one. Then you can't see the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the picture if it's all laid out, so you start from the top to the bottom.
Makes sense.
Oh, beauty, eh? Yeah, I know, eh? That's Canadians go beauty. That's beauty. Beauty, eh? Right?
No. I must be a terrible Canadian then. I don't say beauty.
Really?
No.
You know what?
I say a lot, but I don't say beauty.
It is, what's that, that stupid show Mike watches? It's got the Skids, the Hicks, and the hockey players.
Letterkenny?
Yes, Letterkenny. They say beauty all the time. Yeah. I never say A or beauty. They do. The Hicks. The Hicks say beauty.
Now and again I say it, actually, now that I'm thinking
See?
about it.
Whenever
someone cuts somebody off or something, then it comes out.
See?
When
Making the Canadians more aware of their speech.
That's true. We're becoming self-aware. Watch out, though. We're dangerous.
No, it's not Bob and Doug McKenzie. It's Letterkenny that we're talking about. It's awesome.
I've seen the first season.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hate that show. It's stupid. It is horrible. What is that? It is... Oh. Why? Oh. It's a message show. I'm trying to get together with Coco Colleen's in order to get her the stuff that she's won because she only lives 2 hours away. She lives an hour from Port Huron.
Nice.
So I'm like, let's go do lunch in Port Huron one day. So she's another streamer, and she won one of my giveaways, and I'm like, why am I going to mail it to you when I can just, like, meet you for lunch and have an excuse to go to Port Huron?
2 birds with one stone.
Black Friday. I'm seeing if we can meet up for Black Friday, and then I can hit Target. Did you guys see the Target 12 Socks of Christmas?
No.
Oh my gosh. Target has it. Of course, there's no Targets now in Canada.
Yeah, I got rid of them.
So Target has got an advent calendar, the 12 Socks of Christmas.
Yeah.
And there's different themes. You get Star Wars, you got Harry Potter,
nice.
you have a whole bunch of others. So every day you can open it up and get a different pair of socks.
Neat.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
12 days of socks. So, okay. So let's start from the bottom. So
Sure.
that means it's one of these pieces. So that is the big piece. And then that one is one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Grab one of that. And then the other one of those. And that's all it is just following the pieces. So then
Boom.
that is then one of those.
We're laughing.
That is one of these. And I have, whenever I do my patterns, I have a key of this is what it means, and this is this and this. Got that. And you'll see why I'm grouping them in twos. Alright, you want to do the rest?
No, I'm enjoying watching.
Oh.
It's hypnotic.
It really is. Alright, that's... And this will tell me if my math is right.
I wouldn't trust mine.
I screw up my math all the time. I screwed it up yesterday. So that white mage, that is... I did the pattern. Yeah, I know, right? And that's why I'm thinking I'll go to Port Huron and pick it up there. I think they ship to Canada still. So I think you can still get it online. Hopefully they'll still have it at the Target by the time I get there.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's an extra. There. There. And then the extras are the ones we only needed an odd number, but we went ahead and cut it even.
Neato.
That's it. And where did I put... Oh, I stuck them over there. Okay, so we have all the pieces laid out. So now we have to sew it. We're snacking on bottle caps.
Yeah.
Which is made with dextrose, so it does not affect my diet. Does not affect my stomach at all.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. Okay, so now in this case, the arrow is pointing to the right.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the seams all need to point to the right.
Okay.
And this one, the seams all point to the left. And that allows us to nest it.
Yes.
And do that. So, they're in pairs. So I'm going to take that right piece and flip it over the left. And then pin it in place. So when I pin it, I always pin the seam first.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle. And then the edges. 5 Below. 5 Below carries them. And big things like that, as well as gobstoppers and runts, which also are made with dextrose.
I'm partial to nerds.
See, nerds have sucrose. I can't do nerds. So now this one seems to be pointing to the left. So I'm going to take the left one, put it over the right. So then as I sew it and iron it, when I iron it, it automatically goes the right way.
Yes. Done.
Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. Then left over right. So basically, if the arrow points left, now people can do it any way they like it. This is the way that I do it because it's fast and efficient. So if the arrow points left, no, 5 Below's only in the States. He's like out in the middle of nowhere. So he like the closest city to him is like 3 hours away.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, next time you go to a mall, look for 5 Below. Seriously, it's a store. I don't think we have any up here, do we?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's basically a store of $5 and under, but they're good things. It's not like a dollar store cheap junk
it's a little
stuff.
bit better, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually good things. And they sell those candies for like for $1 for the whole thing. Yeah, they're awesome. All right, you want to do any pinning or no?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. So to the right. So I'm picking the right over the left. Pinning in place. Right over left. And then left over right. Oh, we may finish this. I just looked at the time.
Sweet.
Left over right. Doug says you can do it. He believes in you.
Thanks, Doug. That's what I needed.
So you want to do it?
Nope.
Okay. And then seams to the right. So this is what I mean by I'm constantly talking to myself and I talk out everything I do.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. I do that when I do my eggs.
Yeah. So when you do your eggs, what do you do? How do you make them? What do you do? Are they yarn? Are they metal? Are they...
It's wax.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta...
Wax.
Yeah, you take your egg, and you can empty it beforehand, but I find it's easier to keep the yolk in because it sinks the egg into the dye. And you kind of have to reverse your color, so you start off with light ones. You go yellow, orange, red, and then your green, blue, purple, black last. So you have to kind of reverse think of what you're doing. So everything that you start off white, and then you dye it, and then your next color.
Wait, is that called eggs? Is that called pisanki?
Yeah.
That's what Coco Colleen's just said. She goes, wait, I heard eggs. What do you do? It's...
Yep. Ukrainian Easter eggs are...
So hi, Coco. This is Marlo.
Hello, I make them.
My special guest today. That's awesome.
Yes.
Is that something you could bring over and stream about? Is it easy to...
If I brought not electric ones, yeah. Because you can put the wax in and melt it.
Okay, now I don't know any of this stuff. Do you use... she makes pisanki too. Is that... Am I pronouncing it right? No. How do you pronounce it?
Even I'm terrible at pronouncing it.
Okay, so do you use traditional or Durlin Kitska? Marley, stop.
I have both the traditional, and I don't know what the brand is, but I have the electric kiss. I use both.
Nice. See, I have no clue. This is all like going over my head. And do you have a website with any of your stuff? Because Doug wants to see it.
I don't.
You have to have a portfolio. That'd be awesome.
I just started selling them. Like, I sold my first one to not my family last year, so I'm just starting to... That's why I told my dad, I was like, don't ruin Easter for me, because, like, he passed just after Easter. I was like, I'll never want to make an egg again, because I used to make them with him, so...
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, you wait until after Easter. So he did. He waited until the Tuesday.
That's awesome.
So...
That is awesome.
I was thinking this year I need to... do
Get
them
it,
more,
yeah. Okay, so I'm giving you the invite. If you want to do them on my stream while I sew and you make them...
I could make a themed egg. It doesn't have to be traditional.
See? Okay, you can bring them over and we can...
There we go.
Because... Coco Colleen. I should call her just Colleen. It's like, do you stream when you do yours, or do you just do them for fun, like in spare time? Okay, time for sewing. Ready for sewing?
Bring it on.
Okay. All right, same exact thing.
Okay.
So whenever you're using your machine, you want to lift these up and put them in for the first one, and you're going to do this for each one as you are.
Violently bring it down.
Is there what?
And not so violently.
Oh, feel free to violently bring it down. It's okay. See, I've seen the other crafts that you stream, but I haven't seen you stream those. Okay, I'm going to have to look at that. Okay, yeah. I'm so... See, look. They want you to stream with me. They want you to make them. Okay, I'm going to have to try to watch your streams and catch you when you're doing that, because I want to see it. All right, so that's what you want to do whenever you're putting this up. Now, first, go ahead and bring that one out. So keep putting the pedal down. Yeah, you got to sew it out. You have to make sure that this is perfectly clear before you do anything else.
Yeah, you don't want that in there.
Yep.
See ya.
Okay, there you go. So now, you do here. Now, warning. I sew over my pins.
Okay.
You're not supposed to sew over your pins. Yeah, no, go ahead. Put links in. I have permissions available for everyone. So feel free to put a bunch of links in if you want to show us some stuff. That'd be awesome. So, if you sew over the pins, now at the speed you're going, you probably won't have any issues. It'll just be a loud noise if you hit a pin.
Okay.
If you go at high speed, you'll shatter the needle.
Oh boy.
And that, if you hear the sound, just close your eyes. So take your foot.
Top safety advice.
So if you
over
hear,
here.
this is safety advice. If you sew over your pins, which you're not supposed to do, but I am anal, and I'm very anal retentive on things, and that it has to be perfect, so I sew over my pins. So I'm teaching you my bad habit.
That's what I like to hear.
If you hit the pin, immediately stop sewing and close your eyes for safety.
Okay.
Other than that, now it's probably not going to happen. And like I said, at this speed, you don't have you have an issue because you're not going at a high speed.
Yeah, I'm going nice and easy peasy.
Yep. Okay. So you've got that one. Now, all right. So after you, it's only the one, isn't it? Nice. Okay. So after you sew through that one, let me know and I'll give you the next set. And I'm going to look at these. You help me here. Let me move this. Let me scooch over so you're better posture. So here, move the chair. Here, stop for a sec. Because you have to make sure that, there you go.
Oh, posture.
Yeah. See, now that you're actually sewing. So, back up. So, nice straight posture.
Hold on, I've heard you gotta go, that's how you... It's a 3-step.
Roll it.
Yep.
Get your safety squints on. Okay, let me look at these links.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So then do you draw on it after you dye?
No, you're drawing on it as you're dyeing it. So everything that she did in the white is first.
Oh, that's
you do that
cool.
First. And then the green or blue or whatever is lighter. Usually green.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, those are really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch a stream when you're doing that. That's awesome. See that little sound? You grazed the pin. And nicely done with that 1/4 inch seam. That's perfect.
Yay!
Okay, go ahead and cut off the scrap fabric. And just to remind you guys, 4 more follows and we do another giveaway.
Woot, woot.
So, and Colleen, this is your bag of goodies for the giveaway that you won.
Fantastic.
I'm going to give it to you when we get together. Everything else I've already mailed out. Okay, so set that aside because we're not going to need that till the end.
See ya.
Okay, here's the next 2. So for this one, this one first and then that one. So as soon as this gets free and you can cut it off, stop and cut it off.
I think I can.
No, you can't do it now. Go ahead and start the next one. Because you want to chain. You want to constantly keep something going. Because by chaining, what it does is it allows you to be efficient, but it also really locks in the stitches. And I'll show you on the one before that. So you definitely don't want to free it before you start the next one. A little bit more to the right. There you go. Perfect. This is an etched egg I'm practicing. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, are you Ukrainian?
I sure am. Kortash.
And she's Marlo. I didn't know you were Ukrainian.
Yeah, both my mom's side and then on my dad's side I'm Scottish English.
That's nice. That's awesome.
Alright.
She says, yeah! Okay, go ahead and pause. Cut off the previous one. And then I'll show you those stitches. And this is why we chain. So you see how this is perfectly sealed right there and perfectly sealed right there. If you just started it right here, you would have a big gap of the thread. So, or if we pulled it out and then put in the next one, we'd have a gap in the thread for that one. Yes, you always want to
chain.
Exactly.
Fancy schmancy.
Doug is 3rd generation German. Don't hold it against him.
Okay. Yeah, I think my boyfriend's German. His last name is Waring.
Yeah, that is more of a German name. Alright, I'm breaking down. I want a Twix. Oh, you know what? I want a Snickers. Snickers. I've not had a lot of chocolate today, so I'm good.
Okay.
Colleen says, my grandmother was Ukrainian. She passed when my dad was 12, so I never got to meet her. So I learned the background, and art of Pisaki really touched my heart.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
My grandma's 90, and she just last year pretty much.
Oh, wait. Oh, not yet. Because they go together. Go ahead and keep going.
She transferred everything to me last year, so I officially am now the family's egg maker.
That is awesome. See, we learn new things when you come and stream with me.
Yay!
Okay, next.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, I see what's going on here. You fool me once.
What have you had too much of, Doug?
Oh, no.
See, and streaming with friends is fun. Having guests is fun.
Yay.
Alright, now let's say, if you didn't catch that and you royally messed it up, you can just resew it. Stop. Oh, no, you're good. Okay. I thought I saw the needle going over top of it.
Ah.
Yep, no, you're good.
Okay, good.
Oh, chocolate. You've had too much chocolate. Okay, I get it now. Okay, and then so now cut this one, because this is from the previous one, right? So these two go together. Okay, now, it would actually, when you cut it, it would actually cut like this, okay? So, it's important that we keep them in the same order. So we put them like this. And that's important because when we go to iron it, after we iron it, I'm immediately going to flip and start pinning without laying it out. So so order is important. All right, so go ahead and sew this one, but don't cut it this time.
Okay.
Because they go together.
Okie dokie. Here goes nothing.
Okay. And is it clear? Yep. Okay, and then now next.
Oh, look at me go.
You are just flying by. All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to start ironing these.
Sure.
So it's the same thing as you did before. All I'm doing is I'm just ironing it straight up. So that now my seam is pointing up. Okay, go ahead and pause because we want to cut this off. Because we don't want, I do this sometimes where I accidentally put them together, and then go ahead and cut that. And then now we want to keep that in order. Yeah, sometimes I will start talking to Twitch and I would just keep on sewing and then go, oh my god, now I have to figure out where my cuts are. Yeah, it's a pain. Alright.
Alright.
Keep going.
Yes, master.
Come on, get to work. What are you doing?
She hardly ever lets me out.
To the left.
Okay, there's those two.
Okay. Next. And when you free the two before,
Cut them off?
yep, cut them off.
Snazzy. Voila.
Nice. And then we take the pins out in the order. Perfect.
Huzzah.
Oh. I keep like bumping into the back of your chair.
I hadn't noticed.
Did you really not notice, or are you just saying that?
Just saying that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very, very much for popping in, Colleen. And I saw that you messaged me, so I will shoot you a message after the stream. She's the one I'm going to go meet up in Port Huron.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to throw you for a loop.
Ugh.
Okay?
Loops.
Loops. This is a 3. So what I have done is there's 3 pieces. So I have sewn and I've pinned a piece to this side and then a piece to this side. So for this one, go ahead and sew that and then free the ones that are in there.
Okay. Free them. Be free, little guy.
Yeah, the terminology that I use. There we go, and then thank you. Okay, when you get to the very end, let me know.
Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, now sew that one like you normally would. And then when you can free this one, go ahead and free it and let me know when you've got it free.
Okie dokie.
Right.
It's freed.
It's freed. Okay. So now we're going to take these pins out of the ones you just sewed. And we're just going to flip it.
Aha.
And then now sew that. So it's more efficient than getting up and repinning and ironing and doing all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next two. And then after you get one in there and you free those, let me know.
So this one, do you want
They
to
go
free
together.
Okay.
Yep, those two go together.
Okie
Because
dokie.
they're the finished rows, and then I'm going to pin the rows together so you can sew the rows.
Okay.
See, we're actually almost done.
Sweet.
So I'm looking at my list on the left going, who am I going to send people to? Who am I going to host? Let's refresh this and see.
Seem to be kicking the pedal. Right, so I was cutting those two free, right?
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Now for the three, I know that I have to do two of them. So I want to make sure that the seams point down.
Mm-hmm. So
So
the next
then-
one points up?
Exactly.
Ha!
So then as I iron it, it goes up, and then I can just keep on ironing both of those
Catching
seams.
on.
See how easy it is?
Sure.
It didn't sound like you thought it was actually easy.
No, not quite. Okay, these two are
Okay.
feud.
Here you go. Now, after you do this one, you have to pause because I've got to give you this next.
Okay.
But you can still free the other two.
The other two are freed.
Alright, I'm almost done with this one.
Certainly.
Okay,
Yep.
go ahead. And then after you get through that, another strip. Just like with the strip that you did before, whenever you combine the two, except there's pins in it. The only difference.
Alright, so this guy now.
Yep.
Woohoo!
then after you do that one, there's the next one. Nope, I lied. After you do that one, you have to do this side.
Okay.
And then that one. Now for these rows that you're sewing, because you're actually sewing the rows themselves together, it does not make a difference which way you iron these seams. You can iron these seams open, you can iron them to the side, you can iron them all different directions. Does not make a difference.
So this one or that one next?
The three. This one.
This one. Whoop.
Doug says it was nice to meet you, and he's rolling out.
Bye, Doug. I have a friend that I call Douglas.
Douglas?
Yeah, one of our friends was trying to spell Douglas when he was drunk, and it came out as Douglas. So now we call him Douglas.
Oh, and Doug, before you go, tea sprinkles. I'll tell you about that later, when I'm not streaming.
Sounds scandalous.
Yeah, it's something I can't fully say on the stream because it's PG stream.
Am I cutting these two apart?
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. And then the next strip now. And then after you do that strip, go ahead and sew your scrap piece.
Okay.
Doug called me evil. You're laughing right now, aren't you? I know you. Okay, it's 7:57. Do you want to stop and have me finish this tomorrow? Or do you just want to power through and finish this?
Finish it. We're
Okay.
Not that far
It
off,
should just be
are
like
we?
5, no, just like 5-10 more minutes.
Yeah, let's finish it then.
Okay.
Get her done. That's why you're the professional.
Well, because I was guiding it.
Yep. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you do. You just made this whole quilt.
Boom.
You just made this whole quilt block.
So now...
Yeah, that's fine. Well, no, I was looking right here. Because see how you don't, I was seeing how that seam was to see if it got enough of it. Seeing, and that's whenever I re-guided it.
Yeah.
So whenever you have two fabrics like this, they're off. You always want to use the top one as the guide against the middle.
So now I'm using this little bad
Yep.
boy?
Yep, to free it. So then I can iron and pin it
Cool.
for the last step. Okay, go ahead and free it.
Be free, little buddy.
You missed it.
Be free, little buddy.
Oh, here, will you free that one? That's
I'm gonna
funny.
free and moon.
All right, go ahead and go ahead and sew through the rest of the scrap.
Okay.
Now, do you want to make these last couple of pins? You want to pin the fabric together or no? It's up to you.
That's the only thing I haven't done yet.
It's up to you. Oh, my Tamagotchi's going to sleep. I gotta turn the lights off.
Good night, little Tamagotchi.
Okay, so let me get these ironed. Who is that? Is that my husband?
Megan Sawyer?
Oh, it's Megan. Oh, what does Megan say? That's who's coming on Saturday.
Ooh.
I want her to pick a time.
No one ever wants to pick a time. They always
No.
want the other person. I did, though. I was definitive.
You did.
Yeah.
I said these are the times of my stream. What day and what time, and you picked.
Yay, decision making.
I know.
Like a real adult.
Okay, so here's our heart.
Aww.
And we have 3 pieces.
Okay.
So we're going to do a 3. I don't think there's any seams on any of these. No, there's not. That's weird. Okay, so in this case, we have to kind of line it up because there's no seams. Okay, so all you're doing is you're putting a pin every single time you see a seam. And then if you feel the back, there's a seam right here in the back, so you put a pin in there too. Because if we have a seam that doesn't have a pin in it, when you run it through the sewing machine, it's going to try to flip it up, and it's going to add extra bulk, which is going to make it harder to quilt.
I can't even pin a poppy to my own jacket, so I don't think I'm going to be any good at this.
Okay, so easiest way to do it. Go down into the mat until you can
Poke the mat?
poke the mat, and then lift it up. And then you don't want to put the pins over top of the fabric. As you saw when you're sewing it, you don't want the pins to cross that metal bar. Oh, you got one over here. So one on the end too.
Okay, so down and it's the coming up part that I'm not good at.
You scoop.
I'm scooping.
Scoop it. So go down and then scoop it up.
Nope. I can't scoop.
I've never seen anyone that can't pin.
I'm the first.
No, that's awesome. It's
Ha!
Nice.
I did it.
See?
Did it go through the second part?
Yeah, no, I can tell when I picked it up. You know what it is? Because you just don't have practice.
That's true. Practice does make perfect.
Oh, you know what? It may be the way you're holding it.
Maybe.
Okay, so look. Hold it like this. So, see, I'll have it in my middle finger. Not my first finger. Middle finger. And you get more control over it. So you can actually... And then I use my other finger in order to pop it up.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, there's a first for everything.
There you go,
right?
see? You got it.
Take that, pen. Just do it. Just save us some time. We'll be here all night.
Now, another option, and I'm not going to pull them out and show you all this because we don't have a lot of time, but there are clips you can put on there.
I think I'd be a clipper.
That you can put it right to the 1/4 inch. So all you're doing is you're sewing against that metal. So yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah, so if you can't use pins, that is an option.
Goodness gracious.
So the next time you come over, if you sew it all, I'll pull out the clips and you can try the clips.
Okay.
My friend Iron Bands Graham, who's also a Twitch streamer, she uses clips for everything.
Nice. Yeah. Some things just work better for other people.
See, what I'm doing is I'm getting it into my hand
Yeah.
the proper way.
You've also done this a billion times, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, how long have I been quilting? 8 years now. And now I do it like 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to sew it or you want me to sew it?
Just do the final. Get it.
Are
get
you
us
sure?
done and over with, yeah. Crank that sucker up to...
Oh my gosh. Okay, fix the pedal.
Yeah, I think I was kicking it around.
Yeah, no, it's a natural thing.
Yeah, see? Get her done.
It's a natural thing to kick the pedal everywhere. It's okay. It happens. And then I'm going to use my scrap to free it and go around the other end. And see, with my right hand, all I'm doing is I'm guiding it. So I'm not pulling it and I'm not pushing it.
Yeah. Done and done.
And we're done. Now we just need to iron it. Yeah, see, even I got a little wonky right there. It's gonna happen. I've been doing it for 8 years and I sew 60 hours a week. Mostly more. I still get wonky. It is perfectly fine. Alright.
Darcy blows. Oh, it's so cute.
You like my pattern?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a free pattern.
Nice.
There we go.
Yay!
Yay, we have a heart.
Excellent job.
See, you made most of that.
Cool.
Nice.
Good job, team.
Thank you very much for coming over.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yay, fantastic. Oh, look, and of course everyone's now joining the stream as we're finishing.
Shucks.
I know. So, technically we were supposed to stop 5 minutes ago. We finished our block. Thank you guys, everyone, for who just popped in. But we are done for the evening. I am going to be back tomorrow. So tomorrow at Thursday, Friday, I'm streaming Wednesday, Thursday from 1 to 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday, I'm streaming 9 a.m. to noon. So I do try to have different times throughout the week. Saturday, I'm streaming almost all day because Megan the Corset Woman is coming to join me, and we're going to be doing blinging. We're going to be blinging things out. She's blinging some corsets. I'm blinging the quilt. We're doing all that. So come back, join me later. I love you guys. Okay, let's see who we're going to host. Where am I sending you guys? Let's do... Ooh. What's Anna's Owls doing? She is... Oh! She's doing some hand sewing. She's making some Day of the Dead skulls. Okay, so we're going to head over to Anna's Owls. Fantastic streamer, part of my group, Naughty by Nature, part of my stream team. So give her some love. Thanks, guys, for joining me, and I will see you guys all later.